Sorry we were late on that one, guys. We were counting down from 44 to be able to start the show here today.
Just what you got to do.
It's like that scene in Austin Powers, you know, the long countdown and whatnot.
You know what? Just on 3, just say go.
When the doors open or close, just say go.
Just say go.
Go!
Welcome back after a short break.
Hey, guys.
To another episode of the Wanger Show. It's episode 368, mind you.
368, you say?
That's what I said.
The Pokemon tonight here, Christian.
1 year and 3 days.
Is... Oh, hold on. I got to QC this. Hold on. Because Manny gave us a different number.
Oh, wait. Am I wrong?
No, I think it is 368.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Manny got the wrong number. I think we're good. Manny, you're doing a great job. You didn't do anything wrong. Just got the wrong number. But you got the right Pokemon.
You didn't get... Well, hold on. You didn't do anything wrong, but you got the wrong number.
Exactly.
Okay.
Trying to make him feel better. Well, let him know.
All right.
We know what you did. The Pokemon today is Gorbis.
Gorbis.
Let me
see.
It's got shell boobs.
Oh.
Or a shell bra.
Or a bustier. Yeah, maybe it's just a bra.
I don't know what's going on there.
Maybe that's his little hands, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
little things.
it looks like it's on the chest.
Okay. All right.
You know.
So what if they do? Why are you staring at them, pervert?
I'm trying to figure out.
Stop staring at them.
I'm honoring the Pokemon of the day.
Now I know why you catch that one.
I've never heard of this in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Sure.
No one needs to know
Yo,
about this one.
You got Ferdinand in the chat. France? The cause
what happened to those guys?
The assassination cause of World War I?
I went to the band route. You went to the
well, it's named after him.
Real world shit that happened back in what, 1917, 16? No.
It would have happened 1912, 1911 maybe.
Okay,
or
we got
like
there.
that. I don't know exactly when he was assassinated, but I know that's when. Anyways,
what's going
hope you're not hit. What's
Frozen
up,
Hotel.
everybody?
What's up, Wiley? What's up, Cat? What's up, Calvin? What's up, friends?
What up?
Ferdinand?
What up?
What's
Laser
up, Laser Bolts.
Pew, 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 pew.
Who else
we're
is here?
so freaking back. What a year it's been these past 2 weeks.
We've got one damn week off, Christian, and we miss everything. I have a list.
You know what? Maybe we should cancel the show because it seems like a lot of really good stuff has happened.
The world
since.
just goes off whenever we're not on the air.
IMO.
You're what?
IMO.
IMO? What's that?
In my opinion.
Oh, okay. I felt
LMA
Deadpool.
IMO.
I felt Deadpool. We'll get to Deadpool later. I thought Deadpool kind of leaned heavily into what the kids are saying these days. You notice that? We'll get to that later.
Okay. All right.
Here's what happened since we last did a show, Christian.
Lead it off.
In the wake of Trump's assassination attempt, Biden said he's not going to step down.
Finally.
Then Biden gets COVID.
No. Reverse it.
That was before?
Biden got COVID first.
Okay, never mind.
Or Biden got COVID.
But it was when we were off.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Close enough. Then Biden stepped down. Then Trump announced JD Vance as his running mate. I'm sure nothing weird is going to happen there.
That still happened before that, but go ahead.
No, that happened.
That was at the RNC.
Which was when we took off. Because it happened after he was shot at.
Oh, shit. You're right. Motherfucker. How long
I did research, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Continue.
Then everyone started endorsing Kamala Harris.
Especially Biden.
Yes,
He immediately did it. Yeah.
Then I got into college football for some reason. I got the college football 25 video game.
Okay.
Go Louisville. I'm trying to win the ACC this year, but Clemson just keeps beating me. It's those fuckers.
They're a good team this year.
JD Vance apparently fucked a couch.
Did he? We'll talk about it.
See. Chris Stuckman's movie premiered.
Yes.
Shout out to Chris Stuckman.
Woo! That's what I'm saying. All this good stuff. I don't know if fucking a couch is good, but, you know.
The AP put out an article saying, no, JD Vance did not fuck a couch.
Okay, so there we go. It's good stuff again.
I learned how to play Feel the Pain by Dinosaur Jr. on the guitar.
Wow.
Well, everything except the outro. I didn't get the solo. It's kind of hard, but I played the rest of it. I learned a new song in the week that we took off.
Okay. You took a week?
It's it's a tricky riff.
Okay.
Give me a break here. The AP took down their article saying, no, JD Vance did not fuck a couch.
Okay. Whirlwind.
Comic-Con happened.
Comic-Con.
Deadpool and Wolverine came out.
That's right.
I'm starting to think this guy might have fucked that couch, Christian.
I don't know. A lot of gooners out there.
And that's just scratching the surface of everything that went on.
You're forgetting one of the biggest
else?
ones. Robert Downey Jr. is back. He didn't go. He's back in
part of the Comic-Con. You know,
the Russo brothers are back.
Oh, God. Okay.
The boys are back.
Aren't they not? They're done. Did the season wrap? The season of The Boys ended.
No, it's got one more season. It's the
but the season ended while we were gone.
Yeah. Oh, it did? Okay.
We're both saying the same thing, essentially.
Okay, all right. The Acolyte finished.
I'm kidding.
You know who it was?
I'm kidding.
Do you know who we finally got? After all these years?
We got Plagueis.
We finally got Plagueis, motherfucker! All these years of hype, and he just goes, I'm here.
I love that, because didn't we say that was going to happen? Like a few weeks
Probably,
ago, we were like,
yeah.
God, I hope it happens.
It's probably him.
And like everyone still hated it.
Yeah,
or not
of
everyone,
course.
but like the people who you think would like it, it didn't like it. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But,
Spoiler alert. I'll go as far as the cynical in me. The furthest I'll go and say that it's mid, but I still think it's just fine.
It's fine.
The mid show ended.
It's fine, guys.
That's it.
It's fine.
You're gonna go on with your life.
It's fine. But that all happened.
It all
we
happened.
were gone. We took one fucking show off. Everything happens. But we're here now. We're gonna talk about some of it.
Oh, we're gonna talk about all
Happy
of it,
to be
baby.
here.
Where do you want to start?
I don't even know. That was my whole plan. I had the whole bullet points, and that's all the prep I did for the show. today.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Let's
We'll see.
go to the beginning.
Okay.
There it is.
Not that
All
far.
right,
Not
all
that
right.
far. Okay.
Yeah. Well, first of all, before we go to the beginning, how
Okay.
are you doing? I haven't seen you in a week. How have you been processing? How has been
How has
quarantine?
been my week been? It's going okay.
Okay.
Nothing too eventful on my end. I didn't drive down the 5 to go to San Diego this weekend.
No.
I went outside. I've been looking at trees and shit with my kids.
Okay.
Grant likes nature right now, so we're
All right.
just walking around creeks and shit.
First time going outside for him, or
No, he's been afraid of the sun his whole life.
who hasn't? I mean, look at your skin.
But no, just kind of just getting by, guys.
Okay.
Just Cody's still breathing. That's
Okay.
all it is. Yeah.
All righty.
Yeah.
That's
It's the bare minimum.
so yeah.
Once again.
No,
Yeah.
the bear came out. That bear
That
finished. The
ended.
bear
Oh,
finished.
my God.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Didn't finish it though.
What?
I still haven't finished it.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's good.
What have you been up to?
Yeah. Besides Comic-Con, I did go to Comic-Con. It was a busy week.
Okay.
Prior leading up to that, I think I will definitively say, in the week that Biden dropped out, Kamala was endorsed, looking like she is going to be the nominee. Obviously, we got to wait for the DNC.
How wild it would be if someone else
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
nowhere.
Yeah. It'd be Dem's gonna do what the Dem's gonna
Yeah,
do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have been so happy.
Okay.
It's
You're actually feeling good.
I'm for the first time in forever. In terms of a political affiliation,
There's hope
or whatever.
or optimism in your eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
for the first time I've been feeling very, very good. Oh, the Olympics happened when they started. Just seeing in the chat. God damn it.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I've been feeling very, very good. Like literally the Saturday before the announcement, because Biden dropped out on that Sunday.
Yeah.
Like that day, I think I was just like, I had hit a low point of just like watching videos. I'm like, ugh, this is just all so bad. Because of course, after the Trump assassination attempt was obviously very, very bad. But the quote unquote unity faded away fairly quickly. Like there was the unity in terms of like, let's all
Gather around him.
gather around. No, just like, let's all be nice to each other. Let's not have rhetoric that's negative towards each other. Like that just faded away very, very quickly. And then that Sunday hits. I remember, where were you? I remember exactly where I was. I was laying on my couch at my parents' place.
When Biden announced?
Yes. And we were sitting on the couch, me, my mom, and Amber just chilling out. I opened Discord. Shout out to Discord.
Yeah.
And I go, it's happening, baby! Scare both of them. They were like, what's going on? It was like, news!
now.
Biden's dropping out! It's happening! And that all three of us were like, oh my God, they were text family members, blah, 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 all these things. Some were happy, some weren't happy, some were happy for other reasons. And it was just like, okay, this is a nice first step.
Yeah.
Then within like, I don't know if it was like within like 20 minutes or half an hour, because I think his first initial post didn't endorse her. It was just like a blanket.
Right, it was
like,
just him saying he was bouncing.
He was dropping out.
Okay.
Then the second post was just, I endorse Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, fuck, it's for real now. Because leading on, I don't know if you remember this, prior to leading up to it, there was a lot of people saying, step out. Obviously, after the debate, it was just disastrous. They were like...
For like a month straight.
Yes.
They kept saying it, and he wasn't going to do it.
And then leading...
Folks, I'm not going anywhere.
Hey, Jack, I'm going to eat my ice cream. I'm going to stay here. I'll play you. I'll show you my -6. I don't know what he says.
I'll show you my -6.
His golf stuff.
Is
whatever.
that a euphemism?
Yeah.
Something? What are you talking about?
I will say, from the debate, the soundbite of Trump being like, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what he said.
Yeah.
It's genuinely very funny.
The comedic timing on him it pisses me off how
it
good
does.
it is sometimes.
And then, leading up after that, there was a lot of back and forth. A lot of people were saying he needs to drop out, but there were a lot of fairly strong, opinionated people on the left that were saying, no, Biden is our only hope. Kamala
also
is
just
a
like
weak.
the logistics of replacing the candidate this close to the election is tricky.
Right.
Unless it happened right when it happened.
Yes. And then even the day of when she was endorsed, there was still a lot of this should have happened sooner, but blah, blah, blah. But in the weeks since then, her raising so much fucking money, practically every Democratic senator endorsing her, everyone getting behind her, her brilliant fucking ad campaigns, the right losing their goddamn minds, not knowing how to respond to this, has just been
I don't know
lovely.
how they didn't have a plan. Did they not see this happening at all?
I think they were so sure that Biden was going to stay in because even if you look at JD Vance as Trump's VP pick, he's kind of a nothing burger. He's just someone that literally will help fuel the flames of the MAGA movement.
Okay.
And also some other weird stuff.
some other
interesting stuff that we'll talk about.
Yeah.
And then I think this is the brilliance of Biden doing this. Obviously, I don't know how intentional it was, but the fact that he did this after the RNC is brilliant because they spent all this time shit-talking Biden, and he's not the nominee anymore. Now, that same day, there was a lot of talk about the right wanting to sue for all that. That shit's not going to happen. This is not going to happen. And it's just hilarious because even Trump was crying about how he spent all this money. He wanted his money back. And it's just like you, out of all people, crying about getting your money back is gold.
It's pretty ironic.
Pretty ironic.
Yeah.
And so, it's... I've been fairly...
It's been a wild time.
I've been fairly vocal about Kamala and her past doings, but I'm in a place now where I'm like, this is the best thing for us. It is turn the tables. Oh, the turntables have tied. Oh, the tide turned. The thing.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling so good about this now, Cody. In the warm up, you brought up something very sexist. No, I'm just kidding. You brought up Hillary Clinton and how excited we were around her.
Not excited, just that we all thought it was a sure thing in 20. I think one of the polls, the infamous one, I forget which, was it 538 or whatever the fucking thing is, where it had an 80% probability that she was going to win, and that was the infamous one that got it wrong. Or
right.
Stuff like that is what I'm referring to.
And totally valid. However, at the time,
hit that ball right back.
And this is all to you ladies out there, because the ladies are going to fucking show the fuck up this year and vote.
We should start every show with applauding the ladies.
We really should.
We should.
And I say that because in 2016, Roe v. Wade was still intact when Hillary Clinton was running.
Okay.
It is not this time around.
Okay.
And that is going to be a big talking point for her to get that back instated, because it is a very important issue for women all around this country, whether you are Republican or not, because they are literally taking that right away from them. And there have even been people talking about that stuff in terms of, Trump himself doesn't really have a stance on it, because he's kind of got it's kind of a lose-lose for him.
Yeah.
Because if he says he's against abortion, that's going to turn away a lot of women voters, regardless of political affiliation. Now, obviously, I don't know if you can count MAGA Republicans, because they're just gone. They're just a full-on cult now, in my opinion. IMO.
Okay. Does anyone say IMO? Is that a thing?
Didn't they say that in Deadpool and Wolverine, like you were saying earlier?
Maybe,
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you have corporations that are anti-abortion who will not fund Trump's campaign unless he says he's against it. So he's kind of in a bit of a pickle right now. Just a little bit of a pickle. Now, if you look at JD Vance, that dude wants to abolish abortion across the fucking board. And that's just terrible. Not to mention he's against gay marriage. He fucked a couch.
Apparently,
allegedly.
Apparently he didn't, but we don't know for sure that he didn't. Okay? There's been no definitive proof that he did not.
Snip, snap.
I'm just saying.
Which one is it?
Anything's a possibility.
Yes. So yeah, that's my takeaway on that. I think that's going to be a very big thing, and that's why I say women voters are going to show the fuck up. And also, which I think is also brilliant, again, not knowing if this was fully planned or not.
It's all part of the plan.
Now the tables have turned in the sense of
a lot of tables moving around. A lot of tables. Is this like a rotating fucking restaurant situation where they like?
Yeah, it's one of those sushi bars. It's one of those sushi bars. Yeah.
What restaurant do they move tables in front of you?
Constantly picking some stuff out.
Thank you for saving me.
Now it's turned in the sense that now the right has an incredibly old man running for president. And a lot of people were saying we don't want an old person running for president.
Right.
Kamala, 59.
20 years on him?
Yeah. And
right?
She's 59.
10 years on?
He's 70.
20 years
he's 76. Yeah.
Okay. 15 and change.
It's time for change, okay? We won't go back. I like the saying. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So that's really smart. And so I think a lot of it just depends on who she's going to pick as her VP. A lot of people are saying it's Mark Kelly. A fucking astronaut, by the way. Pretty cool.
Is he the one who's the husband of Giffords?
Yes. The one.
Got it.
She got, like, shot at,
She was shot, like a decade or two.
Yeah. So, yes. Feeling good about all of that. Okay. And
I like seeing you not miserable. So this is great. I like having these conversations where you're not fearing the end of the world.
Yeah.
This is good.
No. And that's still a lot of the talk on the right. No, she's going to bring it all. It's all going to be bad. And the really other funny part about it, I was just going to point it out. She was a DA. She was a district attorney. Mm-hmm. She was a attorney general, prosecutor. He's a felon.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It's if this were a wrestling match, it would be like the craziest main event.
Just saying,
it'd be good.
It's pretty cool if you ask me. I think it's pretty cool not to be a felon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You try not to be that in life.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Not to mention the essays against Trump. Sexual assault.
Got it.
And,
I was like, people wrote out essays.
Yeah, it's just triggering. I don't know. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Trying to be a little PC. Mm-hmm. Did found liable for essaying E. Jean Carroll. Convicted felon. Other stuff.
A lot of different factors.
There's a lot of stuff that's really bad about him. And MAGA gonna MAGA. Yeah. They're gonna stick with their boy. But
we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Again, I don't want to declare victory here. But
here's the thing. If she doesn't win, you know what's going to happen?
Russia.
No. Most people are going to be like, oh, okay. Moving on.
Okay.
My only fear is that if he doesn't win, what other January fucking 6th is going to happen? Because he just cannot accept defeat.
Yeah.
He's a bona fide loser. He is. He is, in fact, a loser. He has lost. Okay? The only president in our history who has never certified an election and just said, yeah, I lost.
Yeah, he didn't want to admit that. I get it. But, yeah, I feel like you've literally taken all the words that could possibly be
say what
said.
You feel.
I don't know. I like what you're saying. I like what you're spitting out here.
It's all very nice stuff, yes, and it is still fairly early. Regardless of the polls, I still think there's a lot of work to be done. Trump backing out of the debate is so great because I think she just recently said that I'm going to show up no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. It was like sometime in September, right?
September 10th, I believe. Yeah.
Do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That would be funny. They should still televise it even if it's not there.
I think so too because
they can have to cut back to an empty chair.
Well, it just
which would be poetic with the what was that 2012 when they did the empty chair thing at the Republican convention.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I will say the sort of trolling for from her campaign has been like really, really
She's got
great.
a good group of
she's got the brat
20-somethings running her accounts.
She's a brat.
Let's unpack that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I heard them.
Okay.
Who was it? Was it like Jake Tapper on CNN that was like breaking
Trying
that
to
down?
break it. I think
it's
I
like,
did see
what
that.
is Brett?
Yeah. I don't want to
So
come
funny.
off like that. But I honestly have no idea what's going on there, and I'm just going to let it happen.
It's
okay?
fine by me.
Okay.
It's fine by me. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was Brat or if it was like brat. Like they were like brat, like, you know, it's summertime, you know, cook a brat.
Oh, dude, not even. On top of the stuff that we missed, because the RNC was all that week, and then our Monday show, so we didn't talk about any of that. Like Hulk Hogan showing up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like Iron Sheik better show the fuck up at the DNC. Is all I'm saying.
Just given what Hulk Hogan has been in the news for the last 15 years or so, I wouldn't want him representing my party.
It's a little weird.
That's just me. I don't know.
It's a little weird.
You know.
So yeah. Very weird stuff. I love that they're calling them weird, and they're just losing their minds about it because yes, in the 32 years I've lived on this earth, in the you know, how long have I been voting? The 20.
You've been voting for 32 years.
I've been voting for
straight out of the womb.
12, 14 years of my life. It's like voting 3 times. I don't know. Whatever. I've never bought merchandise for a politician, for a president. I think it's just fucking weird.
Yeah, it's strange.
Okay. One shirt, fine. A sticker, maybe. Flags, tattoos, flags on your boats.
After, like, let's say you have like a 2020 shirt or flag or something.
Sure.
Even a tattoo.
I still see Bernie stickers.
Even if they win, what are you going to do with that after that? Like, as a reminder what you did years ago?
It's weird.
I don't know.
Now all your fuck you or your fuck Joe Biden flags means nothing now. Sure. Right. He's still president right now. Where's Joe? Where is he? So yeah. Feeling good. We'll just have to see. We'll play it by ear.
The weird thing is funny because now it's like it's like when the bully in school has it turned back on him. It's like, yeah, you can't say those things. Yeah. It's like, well, you got to taste your own medicine a little bit.
Well,
you know?
and also
take a fucking joke.
Calling them weird is one thing. The amount of stuff that the right does, saying wise, not just politicians, but right-leaning news outlets, especially right now, especially towards Kamala Harris, has been like straight just fucking misogynistic and racist. And some of them are just not even like hiding the fact.
Yeah.
They're saying some terrible shit.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it like DEI is like the new woke. They're just using that in front of fucking everything until it's just going to completely lose all of its meaning. And
I saw someone today say you can't spell weird without DEI. Saying to like spin it back on him. You know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
all right. I thought this was, I was like, damn
no,
it.
No.
Because I was like, it's pretty good. I hate that.
They better not use that.
Yeah. Yes. So, you know, they just keep finding themselves just regurgitating the same bullshit, and it's very unfortunate because people that watch that stuff are just like, yeah, I agree. Because they have nothing on Kamala. There's compilation videos of her maybe being cringe, laughing. It's like, that's all you've got?
Yeah.
That's all you've got.
Yeah, you had to scramble for something within a day.
Like, you really want this person to be your president? And she's like dancing. I'm like, yeah, I love a fun queen. Why not?
Who can move at a normal pace.
Yes, who can speak
punching
with authority and actually, you know, put forward policies that, you know, obviously every presidential like election, they're going to make promises that they're not going to keep.
Yeah.
And I just like what it's coming out of her more so than that guy.
Yeah.
Because he said so much bullshit he was going to do, and he didn't do it. Just didn't do it.
I think Vance should double down on the couch thing. Be like, yeah, I did. Fuck it. What are you going to fucking do about it?
Cody, okay.
I'd respect it, but it'd be fucking weird.
It'd be very weird.
It'd be fucking weird.
I got to ask you something, okay? Let's talk about JD Vance a little bit, okay?
Okay.
He's had a rough going these past few weeks.
Yeah, taking some punches.
Yeah. Word on the street that even Trump doesn't want him. I don't know. That's not what I heard.
Okay.
But I have to ask you, specifically you.
Why are you asking me this?
JD Vance, white man, you're a white man. I just got to ask you.
Okay. Get it? Okay.
Is Diet Mountain Dew racist?
Look at that shit. Oh, my goodness. Can I take a look? I've never had this before.
I've never had a Diet Mountain Dew before.
We got to try this.
We
got to try it. We see if we can taste the racism. Let's see here.
Open one, too.
Oh, God. Oh, God. It's nice at room temperature, so this is great.
I feel like that's appropriate.
The audio of this bit, by the way, that he does is incredible. But
Did you pull
sound
it?
bites? Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got a lot of good sound bites tonight, guys.
All right.
Stay tuned for the show.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers
to no. You both fucking read our minds.
Fucking say it. Nothing was said.
Nothing was said.
We're just trying it out.
A nice little. The only time I will salute to JD Vance. How about that? All right.
This is for research purposes.
Research purposes,
right,
not sponsored. Diet Mountain Dew. Here we go.
You know, it's not bad. I have to concede.
I mean,
even for being kind of warm, like it's not.
I think I'll just go out and say that anything diet related, I just don't like.
Yeah,
it's got that aftertaste a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't taste the racism.
I'm feeling pretty proud to be white right now, Chris.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, we're not going to
about a whole fucking 6-pack.
Oh yeah, so should we tell that story?
Yes.
See, you said you were going to buy this for the show tonight. It's just this quick little throwaway gag.
So I'll talk about mine, then you can talk about yours because it's going to be the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I went to 4 different places.
Yeah, just trying to find a quick bottle of Diet.
I was just trying to find a bottle, trying to find a can. Could not find it anywhere. The last place that I went, the first place I went, my local liquor store. I'm looking around. The guy goes, "Can I help you find anything?" And I was like, this is going to sound weird, but do you have any Diet Mountain Dew? And he's like, we have regular Mountain Dew. I was like, I know, but I'm looking for Diet.
Looking for Diet, no particular reason.
No reason.
Just,
I was going to be like,
drink.
It's a bit, it's a whole, but just didn't even bother.
You watch the news, you get it? No, okay.
So then I left there. I went to multiple different places.
Same
and then
result. Couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it. The last place I went to, I was just so ashamed of going into all these places without buying anything. I just bought 2 brisks.
Okay. I've been drinking brisk a lot lately, too.
So
it takes me back to 2014.
Oh, man. I'm so glad he said, like, the worst drink possible.
If it was brisk, it would have broken my heart.
It would have broken my goddamn heart.
Oh, man.
Would have broken my damn heart.
No brisk.
So, yeah, I ended up buying something just out of, like, embarrassment, secondhand embarrassment. So
then he texted me and asked if I knew anywhere that had the wonderful beverage of Diet Mountain Dew. Mm-hmm. And so I went to Walmart right before this, and it just felt weird walking out of there with only a 6-pack of Diet Mountain Dew. So I bought, like, Coke to go with it. I got one of those over there.
6-pack of Coke.
The worst part was, too, like, I went to the self-checkout thing, and both my cards didn't work. Like, the thing just wasn't reading it. So the guy
Can we get a price check on Diet Mountain
He had to,
Dew?
like, help me fucking ring this up, and I'm like, oh, God, this
Diet
is
Mountain
awkward.
Dew.
You watch the news, buddy? But, yeah. So, yeah, got it there.
The couch fucker here.
Can we get someone to help the couch fucker?
Oh, boy. Worth it, though. Mm-hmm. How much? We'll take that out of the Patreon.
$9 total.
Oh my God! Biden's economy
for both of them.
In this economy,
yeah,
that he controls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Alrighty. I did for a second though when I was out and about because I haven't had a Mountain Dew proper. I was like, oh shit! I know I shouldn't.
I don't think I've had one in maybe 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah.
I was like, I stupidly looked on the back. How much sugar's in this? I'm like, dummy.
It does feel like you're drinking electricity.
Yeah.
You know, it's a jolt.
But I also have never had a Baja Blast.
Oh, I've had that fairly recently.
From the Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that counts.
Okay.
But, yeah.
I almost grabbed one, like I should try it.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool story.
So
appreciate that.
Yeah. He's having a rough go at it. Good for him. Love that for him.
Yeah, like in situations like that when someone's just getting made fun of relentlessly, I can't help but like feel empathy. But like then I see videos of what he was saying before that.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, you suck.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's a pretty genuine, not so great person.
Some really bad beliefs.
And licking the boots of Trump after years of shit talking him.
Yeah, that's
just really great. Ron Howard. Not your fault. Not your fault.
You've been mysteriously silent the last couple weeks, though, Ron.
Also, some weird shit about, like his book, like excerpts that I've read. It's like, oh, this is like kind of exploiting a little. Well, there is the couch.
Yeah.
How did that start? Was that like someone trolling?
Someone made that up. Said like it was an excerpt. They and they like put the page number on there, which was just total bullshit.
Yeah.
And then but people like either just kept adding to the joke or legit believed it.
Well, yeah, because
so it kept going and became a thing, and then that's when the AP did the article, and then they took down the article. It's like, why'd you take down the article?
Well, because we can't prove that he didn't fuck a couch. Well, because there was also like he used like a rubber in it too, or like
yes,
a rubber.
It was a latex glove.
Latex glove
that he put, apparently, allegedly.
It can't be proven. It didn't happen.
Cannot be proven either.
Yeah. Yeah, it does make it. It does make it. Because like his wife, his wife is what's his
not white.
Not white.
Is what he said. It's like she's not white, but I still love her.
Oh yeah, the fucking butt at the end. It fucking kills me, man.
Yeah, he's that's
rough goings.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, which makes it so great because if they knew that they were going up against Biden, they just like, okay, just get someone who's just gonna agree with everything Trump does. Because like your VP pick should help gain you voters from where they're from or various places, or their ideologies, what have you.
I don't see anyone who's happy with him so
far. Everyone on the right is not happy. His own team isn't happy with him, and so they're probably scrambling right now. There are like people saying like, oh, RDJ is gonna take that instead, but I don't even know if they can technically do that now.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Did I say RDJ?
You did.
Well, he's back.
I was about to say, that's a hell of a segue.
RFK.
That's what you're going for.
RFK, excuse me. But he's technically independent. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then there was that phone call. We missed that phone call.
What was the phone call?
After the, that's right.
This?
Do the thing. We missed this.
What did we miss?
Trump calling RFK Jr. like right after the assassination attempt.
Okay.
You didn't see this?
No.
Oh, I don't know what. RFK was filming something, some kind of documentary series, and caught this on camera, and then like posted it for some reason. And it's, in hindsight, it's incredibly tasteless of Trump for reasons I'll get to in a second. Okay. He calls RFK like basically talking about his experience of what it was like to almost get shot and killed.
Okay.
And RFK was like saying some stuff. It kind of gave off the sense that these two have been kind of like talking with each other, and then Trump kind of tells them like, if we win this, we probably love to get you on our team, sort of thing. And then RFK Jr. is just silent throughout this whole time, and I was like, why isn't he talking? Maybe he's just kind of taken aback. I don't know. And then it clicked. He's had 2 family members assassinated.
Oh.
And this prick is calling him, being like, oh my God, isn't this crazy? I can't believe I survived that. Isn't this weird? Not being like,
it's so easy to survive this.
Yes, no, that's literally what he said. He equated it to something like that. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I just survived all this stuff.
Yeah. Wild times, man.
So,
wild times.
Anyways.
Yeah.
No, Brian, I'm not going to talk about that. No. Sorry.
Okay.
Because that doesn't prove anything. Anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just very, very strange.
Yeah.
Very, very strange.
Wild week indeed.
Yeah. So
we got through it.
We went
to Comic-Con.
I went to Comic-Con.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are the vibes considering?
Crowded.
I feel like I ask every year, like, is it coming back? It feels like, based on what I was seeing online, it might be back now. Is that the case?
I think so.
Is it kind of back?
Yeah, Hall H was like full in swing. Didn't have like all of the, like not every single major studio was there. I was actually really surprised WB didn't show up with like a bunch of, Superman stuff and all that jazz. But, I part of me kind of thought like, okay, they've done the stretching of the side of the walls and the announcing a million movies that never really ended up happening. So I can kind of see that, maybe with James Gunn, they were like, maybe we'll just wait until like next year or something like that. I don't know. But I wasn't even in Hall H this year, which was great. I didn't.
Did you even go to the floor? Did you do the thing?
Barely. I stepped on the floor for like 5 minutes. We actually met a coworker that we hadn't met. She is one of the one of our editors that we'd always worked with, and she was there too. We just met, chatted with her for a little bit, and then had to like leave to go do more work. But it was mostly just like outside, and great vibes.
So like
around.
the downtown district it's back to what it was in the crazy times.
Fucking popping as fuck.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was dying out.
Technically,
after a couple years.
it was back last year, except they just couldn't talk about anything movie or television related because of the strikes.
Oh shit!
That was
right.
like right before that happened. I think so. It was a little weird in that sense. I actually haven't been to Hall H since, I think 2019 might have been the last time I went to Hall H, maybe, or 2018. I can't remember the last time I went to one.
Yeah.
So I think it's in full swing. Like, there's like 2 Walking Dead shows that I didn't know were even a thing, let alone in like their second or third seasons. I was like, whoa.
So there's So there's a Daryl show with a Carol subtitle. Is that right?
It's like Daryl Dixon, the diary
the
of
Book of Daryl, the Book of Diary of Carol.
Hold on, let me look it up.
I think it's like
hold on.
It's okay.
It is something like that.
I think it's just Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon.
Oh yeah, it is Walking Dead. Hold on.
And then I think it's Book of Carol. I think is what it is.
Yes.
So is it just this season? I don't know why I'm asking these questions. I don't know anything that's happened in this world at this point.
It's The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol.
Rolls off the tongue. Yes. I think that's the name of it.
It's a long one.
I think it's the name of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they still doing Fear the Walking Dead?
I think that ended.
Okay. Are they doing Be Afraid of the Walking Dead? What are the other ones?
There's
the Maggie and Baseball Boy.
The Daryl Dixon, by the way, that's the
Book of Carol.
Book of Carol. That's in season 2.
Was the Book of Carol season 1 as well?
It might have been just Daryl Dixon the first season. Now the second season is called. We're adding subtitles to it.
Okay.
The second one is with Negan, right?
Is he the baseball guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's him and Maggie, I think.
Maggie.
Okay.
The Walking Dead, Dead City. This is also in its second season.
Okay. Okay.
And then there's like a Rick Grimes and Michonne show.
Right.
They weren't there at Comic-Con. There's only the 2.
That did air already, right?
I think so.
Or they had a movie or something?
There was originally supposed to be like a trilogy, I think, but I think they just made it a TV show.
Okay. My mind is just blown at this point. I had no idea this was online. Okay.
But all that to say, in terms of Hall H, I think the biggest ones were the boys had apparently a fairly fun panel with some fun announcements.
What do they do when the season's over? I know they announced like the prequel show or whatever.
Oh,
just shit.
The title for it was like the boy, like a celebration of the boys, like all things the boys, and like they opened up with like a fun like musical number. The guy who plays A-Train did his rap for everybody with like background dancers. They showed the blooper reel. They had the whole cast come out for questions or whatever, and then they announced a prequel series, which sounds pretty fucking awesome. I love me some Jensen Ackles. I think they teased something about Gen V season 2 and maybe something about the last season as well, but that's about it. Okay. It would have just been fun just because I love that show so much and I love that whole cast. So
I forget, did we talk about the finale? No, that happened after we were break.
Did it happen?
I think.
Oh yes, that happened the week before Comic-Con. So yeah, we missed that too.
So we missed the discussion. I thought ended fine. Yeah,
ended fine.
Yeah, I have no real thoughts. Just whatever.
Do you want to be negative about the show? You just don't want to say it.
No, I like things, man, and I just
you have to either love it.
I have to love it or like shit on it. That's what we got to do
here. That's
here.
the meter right there. I thought the season overall was like okay, maybe my least favorite.
I like 2 and 3 better.
I do too.
I think,
but I think the finale was just.
It's been so long since I've seen the first season. I don't remember what happened, so I can't compare it to that. But I like 2 and 3 better.
Yeah, I think like just overall, I'm just like I fucking love the boys.
Yeah,
and if I had to rank it might have been like my least favorite. But I thought the finale was just fucking awesome.
As long as you got some cool shit going on, you got Carl Urban doing his thing.
You're all fucking
I'm
welcome.
looking for fucking Homelander.
Homelander.
And then you're
yeah. I'm fucking stoked for this season. It's great. Yeah. And then what else? There was they did a Penguin panel.
Okay.
And then they had the one for Max.
Okay.
There's Penguin.
I missed it. I don't get the joke.
Penguins? I don't know. There's a panel.
There's a penguin. There's
Penguin panel? I don't know.
About penguins.
I don't know. Anyways, not much came out of that. I think the only thing that they confirmed is that Colin Farrell was going to be in the Batman.
New trailer or something. Right?
New trailer too. Okay. Yeah. But the biggest one out of all of them, out of all the Hall H panels, Marvel. We're back, baby.
I thought you were going to the jokey one. I was trying to think of what else could possibly be.
No jokes here,
so like
sir.
a 4th Walking Dead spinoff.
We're not talking about Deadpool Wolverine yet.
Okay.
We are talking about Thunderbolts. That was one of the ones. That was the ones that they talked about.
Actually look good. I thought you were joking.
I had no clue. I wasn't in the Hall H.
Right.
Apparently they did show a trailer. And,
Okay.
My coworkers that were in Hall H, they said that looked outside of. Well, yeah, no, it was. They said that was like the coolest trailer out of all of them. Yeah, they said that one like looked pretty legit. There was that. There was Captain America: Brave New World, which is.
I thought that was called something else.
The Brave New World.
Yeah.
It's based off the book by.
Sure it is.
Nixon Brumley or some shit. Am I right about? That's close. It's something with an X and like a B.
I have a guess, but I don't want to look stupid if I'm wrong. Hold on.
I said Nixon Brumley. That's a great sci-fi name.
No, it's from Aldous Huxley.
Oh, I just cut. Okay.
Yeah.
Brumley, Huxley.
You got
know
some
what I mean?
letters in there. I think
Okay.
maybe you rearrange those a little bit. You
Just a
might
little
be
bit.
close.
I'm dyslexic. Leave me alone.
But we'll see.
Anyways.
I thought it was George Orwell the whole time.
Oh, yeah. That would have been pretty fucking stupid.
Man, would I have been
So
ran
stupid.
off the show for that dumb guess.
Yeah, so I think they showed it. I guess this is what I really appreciated about the Hall H stuff is like they showed trailers that was exclusive towards the panel.
Yeah, I saw some stuff.
Oh, you saw leaks?
I mean, some stuff was shown to me. I didn't actively search this out, you know. Some stuff was just playing automatically when you're scrolling through things, and you say, "What's that?" And by the time it's playing, you're like, "Oh shit, I'm not supposed to be seeing this right now." You know,
you little dirty boy.
So Fantastic Four looks kind of cool. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I saw
right
that
now.
too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I saw that shit. Yeah. Downloaded that shit. No. Yeah. They showed a full trailer. Brave New World. Apparently, Red Hulk is like in front of the podium or some shit like that.
I have an incredibly stupid question.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with this Red Hulk thing?
I have no fucking clue.
What the fuck is
I
it?
just know that
I
character.
get it's Harrison Ford or something, right?
Yeah, I
He's
think
Ross.
So. Yeah. I think that's accurate to the comics.
Accurate.
Yeah.
I
think Thunderbolt's Ross because his name is
he just
Thunderbolt.
becomes a version of the Hulk, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
How?
Got it.
Oh.
Okay. Sure. Whatever. Yeah.
You know.
I-
Who screwed do's or who screwed don'ts? I don't
whatever,
know.
yeah.
It just happens. I haven't seen the fucking movie, Cody. They're gonna explain it. That'd be
Sure.
funny if they don't. If he just turns into one, just because he's mad. You know. I love the press around Harrison Ford. Because anytime they ask about Red Hulk, he's just like, whoa.
It's a perfect because like this has been happening for years, obviously.
Yeah.
But I just like the idea of throwing him into more and more absurd premises. That he has to with all this lore behind it that he has no interest in exploring.
Did you see the interview? Or someone asked him a question. The guy was sweet, but I forget what the question was. Oh, it was like who.
Like the anchor person or whatever.
Yeah, well, he was like, who deals with snakes better?
Okay.
Because the Captain America: Brave New World, Giancarlo Esposito is playing the leader of like the Serpent Society, so snakes, right? Whatever. And he was like, who do you think deals better with snakes, President Thunderbolt Ross or Indiana Jones? And Harrison Ford was just like, I'm not going to answer that stupid question.
Throwing Harrison Ford in a Hall H press line is also just.
Well, did you see the photos? Did you see the photos of him on the Hall H panel where he was like hulking out or whatever? Everyone's like, you're gonna have a heart attack. Don't do that. Well, yeah, on the press, we have from my work specifically, we have firsthand experience of what he's like on the red carpet, and just the sound bites alone are just fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that Brave New World.
They crammed all this into an hour. A 45-minute presentation, whatever the hell it is?
I think we were expecting way more.
Okay.
Because it was just Thunderbolts, Captain America, Brave New World. I think they briefly talked about Deadpool and Wolverine at the very beginning because it was making a shit ton of money.
They had the night before.
Yes.
Didn't they screen it or something?
I was going to get to that.
Oh, well, motherfucker. All right.
Jumping around here, sir.
Okay.
And then I think those are the only movies that they chatted about. And then they talked about the next two Avengers movies. The Russo brothers are back.
Sure. Yeah.
They're back, baby.
Woo.
They are back in business.
So thrilled.
And we're kicking Kang out.
Yeah.
Kang is no longer in the picture.
I'm telling you, the way Loki season 2 ended, I think you can absolutely, not that most people watched that, but if everyone asks what happened to Kang, I think you can say watch Loki season 2 and it can kind of explain.
Okay.
It.
I don't think
no
most people
definitive ending to it, but you can say, yeah, it ends there.
I also don't think most people are going to be like, where's Kang?
A lot of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania fans out there are going to be where's my guy? You know, I still never saw that.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of Marvel stuff that I have not caught up with.
Yeah.
I think I watched like
a lot of the shows I didn't watch.
I watched like half of Captain Marvel. The second
one? It's actually good.
I know. I was enjoying
it.
it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I never saw Eternals. I gotta watch Eternals.
Okay.
But,
Yeah. Well, thank God.
Yeah.
We can start watching them now because our boys are back, and it's no longer Avengers Kings Dynasties. Hey, Avengers Kings Dynasties, Duck Dynasties. It is no longer that shit. It's
no
now
longer Avengers Kings.
It's
Kings
the Avengers
Dynasties.
Doomsdays, babies.
Doomsday. Okay.
Doomsday, and you know what that means. I read that. I was like, wait, Doomsday's not. That's Superman.
I felt really dumb, too.
So
I was like, I thought it was just like a generic title. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Just like some crazy's happening. Awesome. And I was like, oh,
but they saved the best for last because they had a herd of Dr. Doomians come out with masks
Dr.
on.
Dumont.
Yeah,
Dr. Doomiant.
Dr. Doomie in the couch.
Yeah.
And then they step aside and the mask, someone steps forward. The crowd goes silent and then... Whew, Robert Downey Jr. is back. Before you say that, oh, that's you. I was like, what is that noise?
It's just a balloon that's letting out air.
Did you happen to see the one clip of that where someone yells, Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, I did see that. That was funny. That was really funny.
Fucking killed me.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know where or who I was listening. I was listening to something talk about the Doctor Doom news, and they were like, oh, I think it was Double Toasted. I think they were talking about it. And they were like, then the reaction to it was the giant party. And then the next day was like the hangover because they were like, wait, hold on. What now? What is this?
I mean, I guess I get it. Yeah, I just kind of, I don't know.
I kind of don't get it, though. Like, is he just playing a new character?
I think it's just a Tony Stark in another universe who ends up becoming
Doctor
Doom instead of Iron Man.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
But I could be mistaken.
I gotta assume
I
so,
don't
yeah.
read most of these.
Because I can almost even see his Doctor Doom mask just being like an Iron Man mask, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of similar in terms of like facial features.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah, I guess
Get
so.
it?
Even Amber, she texted me. She's like, huh? I was like, I don't make up the rules, you know?
Yeah.
New mask, same task.
Yeah, I don't feel much. Not to like saying I don't care at all. I just like sure, whatever.
We'll probably
we're 8 movies into this shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm still down.
Yeah,
but, you know,
we need the Doomsters.
Yeah,
we need Doom.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't want to like. I know some people are like legit upset because.
Oh
like,
no, I did not lose. I slept like a baby that
because
night.
Like
I was not worried about it.
Like
whatsoever.
people who like really care about the character are like upset that it's going to be like a Tony Stark essentially.
An undo.
But I'd say let's just wait and see what happens. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, if there's anything, just from watching Deadpool and Wolverine, my worry was like, oh, all that about Logan was just going to go out the window.
Yeah.
That is not the case.
Yeah.
That is completely separate.
Yeah.
So this might be a little bit different. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't make up the rules. I'm going to have one.
You going for it?
Yeah, I don't give a
Okay.
shit.
Get that open.
I still taste that
The
shit.
thing. Maybe it gets better like the warmer it gets. Here. Let's take a look. Let's take another sip of this bad boy. All right.
Cody's going in for another sip. Nope.
No, not
still
feeling
doesn't do
it.
it for you,
Not
huh?
feeling
Yeah.
it. Now I'm trying to think like, can you mix this with booze at all?
Oh,
But
that might be
I,
dangerous. That is a hangover waiting to happen.
But I don't. Nothing's really coming to mind right now.
Okay. Alrighty.
I'll just pour it into this beer.
See. So yeah, it's back. Doomsday's back. I guess to give them credit, at least they didn't like talk about everything. They just kind of talked about the immediate movies that are actually have been filmed and are okay. Doomsday, the 2 Avengers movies haven't happened yet. But you know, at least they didn't go off and be like, here's the new slate of movies. Because in making the warm up thumbnail, I saw the original slate. I think they probably did in like 2019 maybe or something like that.
Right. That was the last Comic-Con that I went to, and I remember there being like a million. That was when Blade was announced.
Yes. So it showed Blade and like the Agatha All Along show. Like,
Sure.
it literally, there were supposed to be like 4 or 5 properties coming out, or you know, IP or whatever the fuck, shows and movies, projects coming out this year, and literally none of that shit happened.
Yeah.
Like Brave New World was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
The Agatha show, which I think
it still
is coming out. But yeah, like Thunderbolts, that was supposed to come out. Blade is supposed to be next year. You know, Fantastic Four was supposed to be this year, next year.
No, it's supposed to be next year, but there's rumors that was going to get pushed. But if they're now starting filming, then who the hell knows what's going to happen there? But
so at least they're a little reserved about that. We still got D23 though. Could get a slate.
When is that?
Like, not this weekend, but next. So,
Jesus Christ.
but for everything from my
We're still doing this. Okay.
yeah. So, but at least that's not just Marvel. You know, that's like everybody.
This might be my old man take now, but why don't they just stream these things, man? If they these panels.
Oh yeah,
you don't have to necessarily show the footage. You can just black it out like they do for. I forget which conventions do that, but I don't know. It just feels like if you're already selling so many tickets and you cap it when they sell out every day, why don't you just stream the panels for people?
I think it's the reward for those that were able to get tickets.
Sure,
it's like a reward.
But you know, you're gonna sell the tickets anyway. I don't know. Didn't have to be so crazy.
Would you sell tickets to the live stream? Like people, you could buy the live stream.
That's not a terrible idea.
Because who would buy that?
It also would be easy to rip as well.
Yeah.
And, potentially pirate, but maybe it is a bad idea. But I don't know.
I mean, they have the capability. They're camera and, you know, they always got cameras on them and stuff. It's always nice. I don't know.
But just me. It's me being old.
Okay.
Doing my thing.
All right. It's just because you're not going to these. And I want to watch the panels.
I was thinking, too, the other day, because, like, you guys, I'm assuming like the nightlife is still fun at Comic-Con and shit like that.
It's a lot. I'm older.
Going
now.
to bars. So I'm thinking like there was one night this week where I was legit out at like 8:30, and I was like, if I was in Comic-Con right now, I'd be pretty much dead.
Yeah,
like this would not be good for me.
We went to one party and we got there at like 9 o'clock, and I sat there with a drink in my hand, and I was like, oh, I can't do this. And like Brian was over there dancing, and I'm like, good for you, good for you,
What was
Queen.
he dancing to?
Okay, to be fair, we were kind of...
Was it his song?
No, we were kind of moving to All the Small Things.
Right. Oh, we got to talk about one thing, you home wrecker. For years.
I love Marissa. What are
for
you talking
years,
about?
me and Robert had a thing.
Oh, sorry.
Every Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Where at the end of...
Sorry.
End of the weekend, we take a picture where we hug, and it's just a lovely, wholesome thing that we did for like 4 years in a row, 5 years in a row, something like that.
Oh yeah, baby.
And then I get a text from this fucking guy. You're swooping in on my man, taking the hug photo. You're a whore. You're a whore, Christian.
You know whose idea it was?
No, don't say it. Don't you tell me that.
It was mine.
Oh, you would be. You corrupted him.
Does that make it worse?
It would have been worse if it was Robert's
idea.
He
jumped at it so fast.
He's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I was like, I know this is going to piss him off. We took like 5 photos of it, too.
I bet you did.
Different poses and everything.
Oh, man. And you did it on like a Friday night, which you're going to do it Saturday night. You got to do it at the end of the con, but
hey,
it's fine. What do I know?
New mask, same task, baby.
I'm glad you guys had that moment.
It was great.
Yeah.
Always genuinely great to see him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I get it. Sometimes you just feel compelled upon
you could have driven down.
I should have driven down just for that photo and then come right back.
Yeah. You could have. You could have stayed in my room.
Alive.
You could have stayed in my room.
Yeah, nah, it's all right. It's all right. I was looking at trees and shit, if you recall.
You went outside.
Yeah, I went outside.
You went outside.
That's what I did. That's what I did. Anyway, so you're dancing to Blink-182 at these parties.
Yeah.
By the way, never played at any party that I went to during Comic-Con, so appreciate that, San Diego, for doing that when I'm gone.
Yeah.
Very nice of you.
But no, yeah, even the nightlife was just like, this is the thing at Comic-Con, especially that like going down Gaslamp District. It's just it is still a little hot, a little smelly, very crowded.
I wanted to ask about that because you guys, you're posting your photos all weekend. Looks like you're having a great time. Knew that it was like 90-something degrees down there, right? It was hot. And I see Brian in like a denim jacket.
Oh yeah.
How did he do that?
I guess to be fair, it wasn't as hot at nighttime.
But you're on the water, so I get it. It's colder.
I'll tell you.
You don't have to do it on the air.
No, it's nothing bad. It's just like he. No, it's actually not that bad because he was doing some red carpet stuff. He did bring like a suit, but we did see that. We're like, what, did you bring a suit?
Never know when you need one.
Just thought it was kind of.
He has it underneath his clothes, and kids like basketball pants. He just rips it off to be wearing the suit underneath. We never know when you need it. You
never fucking know.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Cool. It was a successful trip for you.
Successful trip.
Seems like the vibes are back.
Vibes are back.
Is it like peak 2015 Comic-Con?
No, I don't think it'll ever get to that level.
Okay.
But I'm glad where it is now because of I think in terms of work-wise, it's so much better.
Than it was.
Because I'm not like sharing a room with 1,000 people or sleeping on the floors at Hall H or scrambling.
I slept on the floor of a hotel room one year, which was just didn't.
Yeah.
No,
like we're like treated like human beings. It's great. Yeah. And we're not. Yeah, like we get lunch breaks and we're not stuck in a room the whole time.
Yeah.
And not like eating just shitty con food all the time.
Hey, those breakfast burritos at the Bayfront were fantastic.
Oh no! Yeah. I'm not saying. I'm saying con food, like
the pizzas and stuff.
Yeah, like
weren't the workers on strike? Like the food workers at the concession or at the convention center?
Oh, I don't know. I
thought I heard that.
I never went in to get any of that in solidarity.
Okay. Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So
I was bummed the other day. I was thinking like
not yet, Bradley. We're about to.
Like Comic-Con used to be like the thing I looked forward to the most every year, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like I was looking back on it and I don't remember much. And that sucks.
Really?
Not that like I was blackout drunk the whole time or anything like that.
But I mean,
but like I don't know, maybe because like I don't have a lot of photos or videos of that to look back on. But like I was trying to think like what happened in 2017. I can't think of it.
I mean, I still have quite a few photos from like every. I mean, I still have my M Night photo and because like duh. But I still have a couple photos from those years. Maybe not the first 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
But
the one I remember most, ironically, was like my first couple years I went with just me and my buddies. Because I don't know, maybe just it was less like work that just kind of blurs all together. It's more you're actually legit there to like have fun.
Yeah.
That was one that like I remember the most and had arguably the most fun. But
that was one thing Brian and I were reminiscing about because I think the only time he ever went was the one time like all of us went for schmoes
where we had our fight.
You and I had our fight. That was that year?
No, he went again. He went the year after that.
Did he?
Because that was the pool year.
Where
I
you're
slept
right.
on the floor as well.
Right. But he wasn't even.
He was there. That was part of the issues that led us to fighting that night. Was because Brian was.
Did he want to go to a party?
No, we did. We did.
We did. We were so young.
So we were going back and forth whether we record a Wangers episode in a hotel room or go to a party. And we were out in San Diego, like in the gas lamps. We were like, maybe let's figure this out. And Brian was waiting for us.
Yeah.
And then when we said, hey, what about Wangers? He's like, I'm going to bed.
He's like, nah, I'm not going to do
Which
that.
in hindsight is funny considering now he's living it up at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
So maybe kind of sad. Well, I guess that's what happened in 2017. We fought.
We fought. We didn't physically fight.
That's why I don't remember.
I think we fought for like 2 seconds and then immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then we said, I'm sorry.
We were like in the elevator, like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
This is stupid. This is dumb.
I shouldn't have been mad at you. That's what I remember too, because like we had our big. It wasn't even a fight, like where we kind of both snapped at each other a little bit. Yeah. But like we were still with other people at the time, like in our group. And we went and got dinner. And I remember having a really awkward dinner where neither of us spoke the entire time. And like, and so like, and everyone else in the group wasn't very talkative. Like Frank was one of the people. I think maybe Joey or Thad or something. I forget who else was with us. But it was, I remember being a pretty awkward exchange. And then we had the long walk back to the elevator where we, made up and made out and all that good stuff.
Hey, what happens at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. Mark's here.
Mark!
Hey, buddy.
I was hanging with Mark the whole time. He sent thank you, Mark, for that super chat. Oh, man, I grew up watching these guys. I'm still full from the quesadilla. Birria. Excuse me. That's food.
Yes. Did you guys stop at Jalapenos afterwards?
No, we didn't. Yeah, Frank.
That's a memory I remember. What year was that? That was like 2018.
I think 2018. Yeah.
Okay, so that
was the caravan year.
Oh, no, it was 2017 then. Yeah, that's why I don't block. That's why I blocked that out too. We talked about this story before, but objectively, one of the funniest things I've ever been a part of in hindsight. We were driving back from Comic-Con in this van full of like 6 or 7 people. We stop at Jalapenos, which is a little Mexican restaurant. We all got these giant-ass California burritos, I think.
It's lovely.
Upon Frank's suggestion. And then we got Dairy Queen right next
Dairy
door.
Queen, baby.
Not a smart combination.
A whole 2-hour drive of just two guys really having to take a shit.
It got really quiet. And then it was me, Adam, I think Joey. And did you have to go too?
No.
Thank goodness.
I wasn't
you were
that
driving.
bad.
That would have been dangerous. But the three of us rushing out of the car to go take shits, very big shits in the Collider bathroom.
Seeing Adam, like, with his hair just fucking run to the bathroom. I was
The worst
dying.
part was because I kept this together the whole drive. I didn't let anyone know this was happening to me. It happened to my tummy inside. And, like, I get there and I let it out. They're like, I'm not really not feeling good. And Adam's like, well, I'm getting there first. Out of nowhere. I had no idea he was also feeling this. I think Adam was driving back, actually.
I think he drove back. I didn't
because
drive
he
back,
made an illegal turn to get into the Collider parking lot. He's like, I'm not going around this shit. I got to get inside. And then I'm like, oh, fuck. And then Joey took the other one. And if you recall, at the bathrooms at Collider, there was like one stall. Mm-hmm. So like I had to like go to the women's room. There was no one there.
There's no one there. It was like on a Sunday.
There was literally no one in this building. And I'm just sitting destroying this bathroom. It was bad. It was
so funny.
In hindsight, hilarious. At the time, one of the most painful things I've ever been a part of.
So good. Man, so good. Wow. Loved it. No, man, I barely got any Mexican this whole weekend because like we kept I kept like, yeah, well, we need to get Mexican, and Brian was like, oh, my stomach. I was like, I don't care about your stomach. I want Mexican. But I did. I got. There was we stayed at the Manchester, which is one of the two, the twin buildings. It was the lobby where we celebrated Schnepp, and then there was like the rooftop one as well.
Right.
That's that hotel.
Yeah.
And right behind it, there's on the seaport, there's a bunch of little shops and stuff. So there's a place called Crack Taco Shop.
Okay.
Oh,
good
fantastic.
Shit. Good shit.
Got some chilaquiles, and it was
Somewhat?
just chilaquiles. Okay. Yeah. You ever had it before?
I don't think so.
It's just chips with like salsa and eggs and beans and cheese and onion, cilantro.
How are you with the beer? The name is escaping me now. Where it's like the beer and has like the stuff on the rim.
Yeah.
Fucking what's it called? Christian. It's got the
I know what
fucking
you're
the
talking
red
about.
shit on the rim of it.
The Lucas.
Michelada.
Michelada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You a fan? Ever had them?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It depends.
My wife loves them.
Yeah. It's nice. Okay. It's a nice little added touch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not a huge fan.
I don't go out of my. They're just messy.
Yeah.
It's very, very messy.
And I don't like shit floating in my drinks. So it's not for me. But
fine with that.
Yeah.
I like a good floater.
Now I'm going down this rabbit hole trying to remember what happened at these Comic-Cons every year. So 2018 was the shit year, literally. No, 2017 was the poopy year, plus with us fighting. 2018 then, maybe, I don't remember. 2018 was the pool year.
2019 or 2018? Because there was one year where it was just like me and like Joey. I think that was the pool year.
That might have been the pool year.
Yeah.
Because me and Adam came down on the train by ourselves with Frank.
2016 was the year you and I took the train.
Yes.
That was a great year.
That was a good one.
That was a fantastic
year. Did not
year.
fight that year.
Did not.
Yeah, that was good.
Was that the same year? No, I think, because the time I was referring to when me and Brian were reminiscing was when like everyone from Shimo's was there covering stuff. Like RB3 and Ace were covering stuff like trailer reactions in a hotel. We were doing outside coverage. That's where all of our shitty sound bites are like talking about like Deadpool. And
so my Deadpool one was
2015, right?
Yeah,
Deadpool 16.
But the Brian one, the year Brian's talking about is probably 2018 because that's when he did the Halloween panel and all that.
Fuck yeah, you're right.
Stay tuned for those sound bites, by the way. I have both I have that one and the Deadpool sound bites coming up.
Then 2019.
2019, I came down just for Schmodown. I think that was a shorter time. That was the year. That was the year where I was, because that was right before Grant was born. So I was like, we drove down separately and later. Sorry, that was the year. The first night, it was just me, you, and RB3 on like a rooftop hotel bar.
He had just turned 21,
and that was like one of my favorite memories from that time.
Yeah,
and that's when I realized like, you really don't need the IGN party. You know what I mean? Like you got to have good people with you. That's all you need.
That's the party I went to.
No, that's the one that everyone goes to every year. I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to plug in EW or one other ones? Any insert party here.
I will say the IGN party was really fun, but it was really funny when like the two hosts hopped up on stage and did like a live ad, like download this game now. Hey, you got to pay the bills, man. I get it.
Do you remember there was a party that we went to? This was now we're bringing it back. Okay, this was 2015. 15.
Okay.
It was the Catalyst Party.
Catalyst?
Hey.
Like
I think it was Catalyst.
Like
it was
the
a
book?
TV show.
Oh.
Oh, shit. I got to look this up. TV show on Cinemax, and Adam Wingard directed the pilot. It was like a horror show.
Oh, no. It's not Catalyst.
What is it?
It's
I love that I called it Catalyst.
it was based off a graphic novel.
Yes.
Yes. Shit. I have it. Hold on.
You probably you have the book?
I have the graphic novel.
All right, hold on.
It's got it's demons or vampires.
It started with a C, right?
Hold on.
All right, hold on. I'm on his IMDb. Give me a second. Hold on. I got this. I'm gonna beat you. Outcast. Damn it! I love that I called it Catalyst, though.
I do remember this.
That's even better.
Yes, I do remember this.
That's the most obscure party name I can think of, right there. The Outcast Party.
Yeah. Well, it was.
They did
weird.
not play Outcast music, by the way.
No,
it was,
no,
very different.
It
vibe.
was kind of weird because I'm sure there were other parties on other rooftops, but it was every party that year or this year was just
a lot
at
of
the Hard Rock.
rooftops. Oh, really?
I think so.
The
or at least
one that
all the
is
main
that the
ones.
one where at the rooftop patio area, something like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a rooftop.
Hey. Not like
Yes.
the roof. I mean, because it's on the second level.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I was
That's the
referring
main
to.
one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a big little.
It's a big
area.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. I might bust out that. I don't know if I ever
Yeah.
finished the whole series. I think I just read the first.
I know
one.
the show got canceled.
Yeah.
But,
I know.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I'm glad I unpacked all my Comic-Con memories. I'm starting to come back to me now.
You remember
This
the
is
Walking
good.
Dead parties? I think we were at one where Daryl Dixon or Norman Reedus was there. I want to say.
He was like, "You got to check out my new show in 10 years, The Walking Dead." Daryl Dixon book.
Yeah, because I remember it was Norman Reedus, and then the guy who plays Glenn.
Yeah, Stephen
Young.
Yeah,
He was there too, I think.
yeah, he was. Yeah,
Nice. Cool.
yeah.
We
Never
partied
talked
with
to
him.
any of them.
Nah,
You
no,
know,
no, no,
just kind of hung out. man.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the year you met Shyamalan. That was probably the party you met Shyamalan.
It probably was.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, man. That was 2016.
Oh, was it?
Well, when was the visit? Was that 15?
That was 15.
Ah, then it was 2015.
Yeah.
That was also the same year that The Force Awakens had their panel right before Kevin Smith.
Right.
And then at the end, JJ was like, "Hey, why don't you all come with me for a John Williams musical performance?"
There's nothing after this or anything like
Nope.
that. All right, so that we probably talked about this years ago, but that was the year. I'm glad that we're talking about this. This is a memory recovery exercise. For
We
me.
fight again?
No.
Oh.
Oh well. No. But you were pretty much in charge of all the Schmoes panel stuff at the time. You were recording everything and uploading it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the battery died or you ran out of space on a car or something like that. But you basically had me. You needed me to leave, and I had to go drive down to some fucking crazy ass mall in San Diego.
Oh, geez.
To a Radio Shack to get you stuff for now. And I remember thinking just don't record the Fear the Walking Dead panel, Christian.
Yeah.
There's going to be millions of those. We don't need that particular panel. Just save it for the Star Wars one or whatever.
It was instructed on me.
Yeah, you had
that
to do
I
it.
absolutely needed to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be the end of the fucking
and
world.
I think I remember I had to take a bus to get there too.
Oh,
I
Jesus
didn't get
Christ.
back till 4 hours later. I remember being well, this isn't fun, but it all worked out in the end. But
I'm so glad I'm not that stupid anymore.
well,
I think I know how to navigate some of these
Sure.
things. Because there were even things this weekend where me and Remsen were going to go down to Hall H and get something. And then I was like, well, wait, hold on. We have 2 team members there that can easily record that for us. And then we pivoted and we ended up doing that.
there we go.
There we go.
Producing.
Not sending
That's a decade of experience.
an actual producer.
Yeah, there we go.
We worked with a lot of people with that title.
It's just a
Doesn't
title
really
that's been
mean
used fairly
anything.
liberally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, speaking of liberally, you want to talk about Deadpool Wolverine?
Sure.
Not liberal at all.
Sure. I don't have too many strong thoughts on it. I had a good time.
Whoa.
I enjoyed it.
Wow.
I do have
really?
one pet peeve with this movie though.
Oh.
And I was I was a little bummed when I realized this. The opening credits weren't fake. They weren't the fun fake opening credits. You know?
Oh, okay.
Just a little thing.
Because they actually had
little thing.
a budget.
No, because they actually put the words of the people in the credits.
Oh,
That's what I
you
mean.
Oh,
Whereas the first 2 movies, they made them funny. You know?
Yeah,
I was a
imagine
little
that's-
bummed that this one didn't have that, but whatever. The NSYNC dancing was fun.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I had a lot of fun with the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is it the savior of the Marvel universe? I don't know. I think it's just a fun movie. I almost don't even really see it as like another Marvel movie.
I think it makes sense as a Deadpool movie. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a fun, weird story.
I think that's what I've appreciated about all three of the Deadpool movies, that they all just feel like solid Deadpool movies. And this one's just another one of those with like a much bigger budget. This more than, because I rewatched actually both Deadpool 1 and a little bit of Deadpool 2.
I like 2 better than more.
2's my
most
favorite.
People.
2's my favorite.
It's actually pretty solid. I think thematically it's pretty strong.
Cable is a fucking great character too.
Yeah, I think that's pretty underrated.
I think so too. Look at us. I agree.
Yeah.
I fucking agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think just like this movie just looks like 1,000 times better than those other movies.
You think so? Because I've seen the complete opposite from
reactions.
A lot of people online.
They saying
this looks like crap compared to the first two, and compared to like good looking movies. Basically,
I mean,
I thought it looked fine, but like I know that like it's been a thing online, like where it's all like this bland. Because a lot of the photos leading up to it were all that wasteland background and shit like that, and saying
no, they're like in real locations and sets. It didn't feel like they were in like a giant green screen the entire time.
Yeah, some of the CG was a little
sure.
There's one big moment at the end where I was like, that just looks bad. But
I think I know what you're talking
It's supposed to be like a big heroic moment.
I learned something about that shot, and it made me warm up to it more. It was in memory of someone that died this year. Like the comic book artist who like literally like made that like pose or whatever. Is the bus thing? Yeah.
Okay.
So like
there was like a last minute thing that
I don't know if it was a last minute thing, but the guy who was the artist, he was like I forget his name, I apologize. He was like a visual artist who had worked on like a lot of these Marvel movies, and I think that was like one of the last things that he had done. Yeah, I mean, it was. Okay. That was more so, at least for me, like a sort of just an artistic, visual thing, whatever. But yeah,
it's more so like the very end of it where it's kind of like pacing around. If you know it, you know what I'm talking about. But
no. I mean, there's some questionable things, but I mean, like both Deadpool movies have some questionable CG stuff.
Anytime the movie like was losing me a bit, like it
got me
right back with another great joke. I'm like, I can't be mad at this movie.
It is
like this is fun.
The way that it's structured is pretty smart because it's like fun action humor, then like it stops to do exposition with some more humor. It's just like that back and forth. I
also liked what it ended up being about, in like the grand scheme of things, where like I mean, I guess we're dancing on spoilers a little bit, but like when this was being made, people assumed like it was like Deadpool kills the Fox universe. Yeah, that's kind of what people thought it was going to be.
It's actually like the
opposite. I love that actually was it kind of got us. It was the opposite of that, and I was like, oh, that's actually a nice touch.
It's a nice celebration, all the while poking fun.
Yeah, sure.
Literally, but that's also the character, so it's like warranted to do something like that.
It's showing an appreciation for what got them there. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah. I like that. I think
great soundtrack, by the way.
Great soundtrack. I think Hugh Jackman was like so fucking good. Yeah. The scene of him in the van where he's giving that speech to Deadpool about like him just being like worthless is like so fucking good. Yeah. It's so good. And that was the one moment where I was like, oh fuck. Like, yeah, he's back. Yeah. Because like I feel like Wolverine's sort of like motivation wasn't nearly as strong, or at least like, the reason why he was there wasn't like the strongest sort of thing.
I thought it was kind of similar to with like what Into the Spider-Verse did with the other Peter Parker and stuff like that. Yeah. Not that like they own a fucking copyright on multiverse stories and like disappointing versions of iconic superheroes. Mm-hmm. But that was my first thought when watching it. But again, I had a fun time. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, like also too, like if you watch this movie and you just think it's like glorified cameos left and right, sure, little bit.
It's like a bag of candy. Okay, sometimes people want a bag of candy.
Yeah.
Sure, it might not fill you up. Mm-hmm. Sure, when a little bit later on, you might not feel great. But if you're in the mood for some candy, it's a good bag of candy.
Okay, yeah, like I saw a lot of people comparing this to like Spider-Man No Way Home, and I want to say, I mean, obviously this movie just came out. I think this might hold up a little bit better because I don't know when the last time you watched Spider-Man No Way Home was.
It's a clunky movie.
It doesn't work nearly as much unless you're in the theater. Like there's some awkward moments where it's like, oh, this is literally an applause break.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like a lot of Marvel movies have done that before. Whereas this one, I don't think they really it has those moments, but I think they just land a little bit better especially because they're so out of fucking left field.
There's some that were spoiled.
Oh no, there's only one that was spoiled
because like they were leaked, and but there's a big one in the middle that I did not see coming until, well, yeah.
You want to talk about spoil? You want to talk about it?
Maybe. You guys cool if we do that? We'll give it 30 seconds for the delay in the chat to let us know. But let us know if we're cool to talk about Deadpool spoilers.
Did you see that? I mean, this movie made a shit ton of money, and we're gonna talk some Deadpool and Wolverine spoilers if that's okay.
Yeah.
So we'll wave our hands in about in about 20 seconds. We're gonna dive into some spoilers. Okay.
All right.
I want to see some
hands.
I want to see some thumbs up. If we see people saying no, I haven't seen it, then we won't have to do that. We won't have to do that.
See what happens.
But I alluded to earlier before we get into spoilers, like this movie does not ruin Logan. It doesn't ruin that legacy. In fact, I had a feeling it wouldn't either. But like I very much appreciate that at the very first thing in this movie solidifies that.
Yeah.
With the scene that if we get into spoilers, we'll talk about it. Wiley says, yes, sir, that's all I care
Wiley's the only one answering us, so we're going to go off of what Wiley's saying.
I love that in the first scene, he's digging up the grave of Wolverine, and it's just an adamantium skeleton. And even he's like, well, fuck. I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And, I also I love that opening fight scene. It's so fucking great. It's creative.
Again, would have loved some jokes in the credits, but it's fine. It's fine. It was a staple of the franchise, maybe not.
Especially for the amount of writers there were, it would have been great.
Okay, now that's different though.
I
feel like
the writer thinks it's now all of a sudden.
I think they wrote mostly together.
Probably.
I think if it would, because they used the ampersand.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when it's like that, it means they're working together. As if it was a bunch of the word and, then it's like draft upon draft upon draft.
So they willingly had 17 writers.
They had like 6, and two of them. Half of them were a team of Reynolds and Reese and Wernick, and then Levy, of course, got credit for writing too.
For sure,
there was one or two other people.
Okay, that's fair. And it wasn't. That's the thing. This movie's not like a giant mess either. So there's some clunkiness too, but not terrible.
Yeah, a couple times. You probably notice this as a fucking editor all the time, but like when a character says a line. And like say the shot's aiming this way and they say something.
Oh yeah,
and it cuts to a wide and they're looking down like this. I noticed that a couple times with this one.
Yeah,
it took me out of it. I just can't watch movies that way.
The only like weird things that I'd noticed, the montage of Deadpool going to the variants of Wolverine was like
great scene, by the way.
It was a great scene, but very weirdly edited and paced out together.
I thought it might have ended a little abruptly. I feel like they had a couple more moments that they cut.
It was like a couple of parts where because the through line to that whole scene was the Henry Cavill Wolverine, which I did not. That one I didn't know. No idea. That was very very funny.
That's one though where I worry like. Does my wife know what's going on with that joke? Because that's like a fan casting of the last few years, right? Yeah. And like there were a few of those jokes in this, and I was like, does anyone get this? But like the crowd seemed to be loving it. But.
Yeah, I think if you don't know anything about like production, unproduced movies,
like does
or
anyone
casting,
even know like the difference between the Fox universe and like the Marvel Studios universe? Like,
maybe not. I don't know. Like if you know. But if not, then I'm gonna agree with Ferdinand here. The proposal joke fucking killed me. He just looked at the camera. He's like, the proposal. They're like, wait, what? You know? But that, and then the right before, it's a fantastic fight sequence. The first time Deadpool and Wolverine fight each other, when
got a couple of those too.
There was at least 2 that were like back, and the second
the one, and there was the one in the car.
The one in the car was fucking awesome. So creative. And also a great way to just like not make the two of them fighting stale, like finding interesting ways for them to like do it. Yeah. But right before Wolverine says like let's fucking go, the needle drop fade away happens so like weirdly quickly. It's like it almost cuts off too early. That's what I noticed. Failed. No. Cinema sin. But other than that, I mean, then that fight scene happens and it's just fuck. I almost wish there was no music during it. Because when it was going, when they were just fighting, and after he's like, oh, it's gonna get good now. Yeah. Like it's like, oh fuck, that was cool. But music works fine.
The big cameo I was referring to before was the Chris Evans one.
That was spoiled for you?
No. That's one that wasn't, and I was grateful that it wasn't because it was so fucking good. Even though like right before the moment happens, I figured it out.
Yeah.
But it's still fucking delivered.
That was one moment that Amber was just like, oh, she like jumped up.
So did she know that he was from those movies too?
She had told me after the
That's
fact.
what I'm curious about. Like, do people know this stuff?
She was like, I totally forgot that he was the Human Torch up until he did that moment, and it was still like very, very funny.
Yeah.
The one for me that made me lose my shit more than any of the fucking cameos. Again, we're in spoilers. Was Blade. That was
that one I didn't know. Yeah, that was cool.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
And he just looks awesome. He's great. His lines in it. Yeah. And only ever gonna be one Blade. Like, and then Deadpool just looking at the camera. It's like good on them for being able to kind of poke fun at themselves.
The Channing Tatum thing was great too.
That was great.
That was fantastic. And Elektra, I knew, by the way.
Elektra
and X-23, I knew. But
those are the two. Elektra, they like literally announced.
Did they?
I think that was like a story. Like Elektra's gonna be in it, and then the only reason why I knew X-23 was because
that was legit in like a trailer or a TV spot.
She popped up in a TV spot like the same week. I was like, oh man. So yeah, like those were all really, really great surprises. And even the fact, because I know that's the other thing. Like I had to explain that to Amber. She's like, why was Channing Tatum Gambit? I was like,
that one you got to explain to people.
I was like, it's a whole thing, but basically,
Because Marissa asked the same question, I told her the context behind it, and she's like, oh, that's fucking great. Mm-hmm. Like that's
And what's even funnier is that at Hall H, like all of them came out. The whole, I don't know what team that they would call that or whatever. And Channing Tatum came out in the same shirt that he went up like years ago. And
I was at that fucking presentation, the 2015 one.
Yeah, I think I was there too. Yeah, because they're like, and by the way, playing Gambit. Yeah, it's so sad, so unfortunate. Yeah. But I also love that he did the accent.
Yeah, I love.
And then they just kept making fun of it the whole time.
What are you saying? Yeah.
He's like, you really shouldn't be speaking with such important exposition this entire
the
time.
joke where he's like, who's your dialect coach? The Minions? Yeah. That was good. That was great. Good shit.
The fucking joke with Daredevils too. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, it's okay. It's great. Again, maybe more inside shit, I got very worried early on when Deadpool was talking to Happy Hogan with Jon Favreau. I was like, oh God, don't have Robert just like show up. Yeah. I know this is like before he died or whatever. Just don't do it. And they didn't do it. Yeah. They didn't do it.
Yeah.
No, I thought like they're so good together. Hugh and Ryan Reynolds, like they're both just like just oozing with fucking chemistry.
Yeah.
And
did you watch the Hot Ones episode?
No, I haven't watched it yet. Is it good?
Great. Yeah. Hugh Jackman is they're both great in the episode, but it's good shit.
They fucking joked about his divorce at the movie, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, geez, they like fucking went for it. Yeah, no, I like all those surprises were really great. You know who I thought was actually really fucking good? Emma Corrin. They played Cassandra, and her name was Cassandra. Magneto. The baddie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They were fucking great. Yeah. They were so in terms of villain, like performance.
For all these Deadpool movies, the villain is usually,
Well, what's funny about Deadpool 2, there like is no villain.
Yeah. It's kind of the kid, but then it's Juggernaut, and then it's like it's
like they all just become friends at the end. I think it's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had Francis in the first one. So, he's baddie, and then this one, So, but their performance in general, like I've never seen this person before. I think they played the Queen, no, not the Princess Diana in The Crown or whatever.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
So, that they're great. Yeah. The whole end fight scene, I thought that was cool. Blade had his fucking line he said in the movie about the skating uphill, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. Yeah, it was fucking really, really fun, really funny. Trying to think if there was one that like really killed me in terms of jokes, but there's. It's constantly
come at you quick. Yeah.
Going so quick. Yeah. All the Deadpool variants, the nice pool, and then
those are pretty fun.
Not knowing that he could regenerate. I didn't know that it was like McConaughey, as I didn't recognize
as the cowboy. I didn't get that. Yeah,
didn't recognize that.
No. I saw the Wrexham one. I think that was one of the Wrexham players.
I think it was Welsh Pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blake Lively was, Lady Deadpool.
Yeah.
I think I read that one or two of their kids played some of the Deadpools too.
Yeah, I think the baby one and then
Kid Pool.
Sure.
That's cute. That's
it
adorable.
Sure.
It's a happy Deadpool family.
Yeah.
This is also not the last time we're seeing those two together.
No.
They're gonna make more of these.
Yeah. Till you're fucking 90.
290. Yeah, it's funny. Peter Pool. I like Peter. Rob Delaney.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That was great. I mean, yeah, I think you're referring to in terms of CG that final shot where they bust out of the bus. Right?
Yeah. So when he lands, it's just awkward.
It happens just so quickly. I also think, it's a great moment when he reveals the mask. It's like all we've wanted to wait for. It doesn't look the best. Looks fairly CG.
Yeah. Which
I thought that was going to happen earlier because we've seen so many times in Marvel movies where the CG, like even the fucking suits in Endgame or something it's all CG'd on. So I was like, oh, like he's just gonna have that mask on the entire movie. Probably he didn't. There's a lot of moments where it did look really cool, and I'm glad people are happy with it and whatnot. But but the scene with the bus where it's just like going along.
Yeah, the track.
The one that killed me. There's a Deadpool that's like sitting in the bus and he's like ah! So fucking funny. But yeah, no, I'm glad they didn't like go into other movies or anything like that and bring out all these other characters and whatnot. I love that it's like a 2-time joke that he did. It was like, why was Thor crying? It never gets answered.
I really would love if they bring that back in Doomsday or fucking Secret Wars or whatever.
Yeah.
I think you gotta.
I'm sure they can. Yeah, I'm sure that they can do something like that. But yeah, no, it's a fun time. I thought if this movie wasn't a love letter to those Fox characters, that is completely proven in, it's not a post-credit scene, but the montage that they had. Yeah. I got a little, I got a little emotional.
Green Day got to you, huh?
Yeah. And I was like, don't show Bryan Singer. Don't show Bryan Singer. I thought, in my mind, I was like, they're going to show him and Deadpool's going to show up. He's like, hold on. Yeah. But they didn't do that. And the post-credit scene proper was really funny, too.
Right.
Just
that was the Human Torch stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
And also, it's wild that they brought back all these secondary, like Ray Park.
Yeah,
just no lines. Just was like
Pyro as well. Yeah,
you know what?
Had a decent sized role.
I was gonna say, good for him.
Yeah,
all these years, and I was like, wow, he's in this movie a lot more than I thought he would be.
Yeah,
unlike the Sabretooth guy who's just there for a fucking joke.
Yeah. I thought Evans got killed immediately. When he got the fire sucked out of him, and I was like, that was quick. And then I was like, oh, cool. He's gonna hang out for a little bit. And then
great that he's sticking around.
Even better. And
yeah,
that was good stuff.
Very fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good stuff. We'll see. There's gonna be more. It'd be so weird. I don't know if Deadpool should be in an Avengers movie or something like that. Just let him.
I think it could work.
Maybe.
I think in terms of the PG-13 of it all, I think it can still work.
Oh, I think so.
I think you can have fun for a little bit.
You just bleep him.
Yeah, just for a little bit. I think you can have fun with it.
I think that's funny. It could be a funny joke if they're like, oh, you're gonna save the F word for me. I'm gonna get the one.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you never know when I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? And then they can get kind of violent. You know, they just have him kill a bunch of aliens and let it be violent or something like that. You know. But yeah. Oh yeah. We got Hulk.
Briefly,
very brief moment. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Post-credit scene's good. Channing Tatum was my favorite. Blade blew my mind. Agreed. And they all had their moments too. They all had their little moments during that final fight sequence, which was great. So I recommend. I gave it a heart. I liked it.
Samesies.
Yeah. Let's fucking go. We'll see more. This movie's gonna make a shit ton of money. So bring back Cable. Cable was so fucking good. He was so cool.
Yeah.
I was bummed I didn't see that.
Kind of weird now with it being the same actor and all, but it's like Thanos.
They made a Thanos joke in that second movie too.
All right.
He was like, "Hey, Thanos," or something like that. I don't know. We're double dipping with actors now, so yeah.
Yeah, quite literally with Downey. I did see another movie, Christian.
Yeah, baby. We're done with spoilers. No more spoilers.
I want to ask you a question. Can you feel?
I'm sorry?
Can you feel? I said if you feel.
Are you hitting on me?
I said.
Oh. Here he goes.
I said if you feel it, chase it, baby. Did you watch Twisters?
I didn't see it. No.
Kind of brought this hat for nothing.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, boy.
I want to.
Oh, hot dog. Okay.
I knew a lot of people who went to go see it in 4DX, and I was like, you are not smart.
Was preparing for a 45-minute spoiler discussion on Twisters.
Oh, I read it all in our
had a lot of
Reddit.
notes. Had a lot of notes to talk about, but I guess we'll table that discussion.
Well, did you like it? We can talk about it.
Oh, this movie's fun.
Okay.
This movie almost got me to like country music. It's so fun.
Oh.
It's just
I won't go that far.
Hey, don't knock it till you watch the film, buddy.
Okay. I mean, how much is there to spoil?
Chad knows what's up. Chase it. Come on now.
How much is there to spoil?
You don't understand the magnitude of these tornadoes.
That's
Christian.
an earthquake.
Wait, hold on. No, yeah, I know, but like they have the. I didn't mean literal magnitude. Like it's like a description.
There was an earthquake today, and it was a magnitude 4.9 in Barstow.
I didn't feel that though.
Oh.
I felt this tornado movie though.
If you're gonna say for tornado, then it's F.
That's what it is. It's F. Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't know what the F stands for.
It stands for magnitude. This movie's fucking awesome, guys. I had a blast with Twisters. I delivered. It is. I really wish I had this on during the JD Vance discussion.
Yeah.
But it. Fun times. Good. It knows what it is. It's got that classic '90s cheese in a 2024 release. And
is it basically just Twisters, the first Twister, the first movie?
I mean, yeah. But I mean, you got tornadoes hitting people, and they're trying to figure that shit out.
There's no connection though, right?
No, not really.
Well, I saw Dorothy in the trailer though.
Like the machine or whatever? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's sure.
So that's still passed on or something?
Sure.
Okay.
But, like, none of the characters really pass over or anything like that.
Okay. But it's not like a remake or reboot or anything like that. Or I guess it could technically be a reboot.
It's a requel, maybe. Like
but those characters do exist.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're not, like, saying, where's, Bill Paxton? And,
Yeah. Where's Helen Hunt?
Yeah. I thought it was... I had mixed her up with Bonnie Hunt. She's another actor, right?
Yeah. Bonnie Hunt. Yeah.
Are they sisters?
Everyone's a Nepo baby. Sure. Why not?
So.
Probably.
So.
Yeah.
Cast is fantastic. They all know what they're doing with their material. It's good shit.
Even isn't like Superman in that movie? Like
yeah.
David
Cornsweat's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a good role.
Okay.
He's playing a dick.
Oh.
He plays it well.
Okay.
Glenn Powell's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? Daisy Edgar Jones, I think.
Daisy Ridley.
Nope, not her. But this Daisy is great in the movie. But she was really good in that show from like a year or two ago with Andrew Garfield's about the Mormons, the murder show.
Mormons?
The murder mystery show with the Mormons.
Okay.
I forget the fucking name. I'm describing it for Under the Banner of Heaven, I think it was called.
Okay.
So that's a fantastic show. Check that out.
Mormons on the Murder Express.
Mormons on the Murder Express.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But yeah, I'd say check it out. Check it out, buddy.
Okay.
Watch it in theaters while you can, man. It's a fun, loud movie.
I know. I want to see it. Well, you know what's coming out this weekend.
You got to chase this movie, buddy. Come on.
You know what's coming out this weekend.
That's this weekend? I was going to buy a ticket based on the guy's tweet, which we can talk about shortly.
Yes.
Is that this weekend?
I believe he's back.
All right.
He's back this weekend. I haven't seen it, but he's back.
Okay. Should I take off the cowboy hat to talk about this now?
Is there a delicious breakfast scene in just like the first movie?
There's a dinner scene.
Not the same.
There's like an outdoor, like, late lunch, early dinner.
I think I'm gonna watch Twister tonight, the first one, because I was waiting for us to do a commentary.
Yeah.
We never did it, so I've
Yeah.
been really wanting to watch it. I love that movie so much.
Yeah, I mean, fucking tornadoes scare the shit out of me, man.
Oh yeah,
like, that's like,
especially the magnitude of them.
You fucking asshole. Like, how I view tornadoes is I imagine like how people not from California view like earthquakes. We're like
Sure.
they're fine. It's.
I would say that
tornadoes are worse.
scarier.
Yes, when they actually hit. Land down on a town, of course.
What would be worse?
I mean, depends on where the earthquake is relative to
I guess it's
a town.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you can say the same thing about a tornado. But
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
just the sensation of being like fucking sucked away into the fucking sky
Yeah.
scares the shit out of me.
Okay.
That opening scene of the first Twister traumatized me.
Did you watch Eric's highlight reel for Twister?
Yes. With yeah.
What do you say? He was like, well, maybe the dad should have been so weak. Maybe she had a stronger father.
It's a stronger
Great.
father.
Eric's great. Have you heard of our
Yeah.
friend Eric? Go check him
Yeah.
out. He's great.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But I forgot what I was gonna say. But check out Twisters, guys.
Okay.
I saw it in IMAX. Got a big magnet that they were giving out.
Magnet.
I got a giant ass Twisters magnet now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I tried to put it on the fridge. Oh yeah, I guess so. Whoops. Oh no!
You dropped
Elf. Is that the elf?
Oh,
no.
You fucked up.
Yeah, he's gonna follow me. Oh god.
All right.
Anyway, I'll take his hat off before I do some more damage.
Surprised that. Oh wait. Oh yeah, Trap is this week.
That
Not
is this
Trapped.
weekend.
Trap.
All right.
Yeah.
Fucking stoked then.
Finally, he's back, baby.
So M. Night had a tweet today.
Mm-hmm.
Let's break this down.
Yeah.
For a second here.
Let's be careful. Let's not spread hate in this world. Okay.
I'm not spreading hate. I really just want to just break down what we were talking about. So he tweeted out today. This is from Discussing Film, and they say
I've met them, by the way. They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan praises the Despicable Me title. That's just so unique. It's connecting. I was driving the other day, and I was just thinking, that's such a cool title, Despicable. There's no way a studio said okay to that to a kids' movie. Do kids even know what that word? What? Despicable Me. It's some haiku. Maybe one day I'll come up with something that's like that.
Brilliant.
I just love that he's just like, man.
He's very candid.
Title.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah.
And I would like to imagine that they didn't even ask him about that in the interview. And he just was talking about it. He just felt compelled to bring it up.
Yeah.
But let's break down this quote here. So I was driving the other day. Do we think he was he driving or was he being chauffeured?
I feel like he's a driving man. If he's in Philadelphia.
Well, that was my question. Yeah. If he's in Philly, I can see him driving. But if he's going in LA, he's getting drove.
He's going to go get a cheese stick. Okay. Cheese steak.
Okay. A cheese what?
Cheese stick steak.
Okay. Cheese stick steak. Okay.
Philly cheese steak. Yeah. Can we get one of those?
I did look up how many movies feature the word despicable in it. To see if that's ever been used before.
4.
It's all just the Minions. It's all those. But there was one in 2011 called Despicable Dick and Righteous Richard. I don't think he was referring to that movie.
No.
But that would explain why.
It is an interesting title if you think. Despicable Me. Think about that.
Yeah, as if that's like a common phrase.
Yeah.
Nobody
says that.
Yeah. Despicable Dick and Righteous Richard. I'm kind of curious about this movie now. I'm looking at it on Letterboxd here, directed by Joshua Neal. But I looked up when do kids learn the word despicable? You know? Mm-hmm. What level of vocabulary could that possibly be? Would that be a 4th or 5th grade vocabulary? Is that what kind of adjective are we looking at here? Is that for, I don't know.
Does Grant know despicable?
He does not.
Does he know Minions?
He does not.
Really?
He hates those little fuckers.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
I did put it on once for him, and he was not feeling it. He was like, no.
He didn't feel it, so he didn't chase it.
Oh.
Speaking of chasing it, real quick before we wrap it up.
What's up?
I know you've been in playing your
College football
NCAA 25.
Shout out Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville. I've been playing a game. This is Jurassic Park related too, by the way. I mentioned that I wanted to talk about.
Was this
Jurassic
your Space
Park.
Dino game? Dino Crisis? What were you playing?
Oh, man.
No?
Man, we gotta start that show.
No?
I want to play Dino Crisis, but no. This is quite literally a Jurassic Park game. So I was looking on the store. I was looking at the store, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I just said fuck it. Wanted to play something on the Nintendo Switch.
So you bought the old school fucking Super Nintendo one?
Nope. You don't have to buy that. It's free.
Okay.
The Super Nintendo. You can play Super Nintendo games. That's free. I think they didn't have Jurassic Park available.
Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
Instead, I bought the Jurassic Park / World Lego video game.
Oh.
And it's so fucking funny.
So this is the whole franchise?
I think it's the first 4. I think it's all 3 Jurassic Parks and then Jurassic World.
Okay.
And I'm on Jurassic Park right now, Avi. And yeah, it quite literally just plays throughout the movie. It shortens it up. It's for kids. Yeah. So they make it a little bit cute.
They don't have the word despicable in there.
No,
confusing for you. Okay.
But when characters are supposed to die, it's like when Gennaro gets eaten by the T-Rex, he grabs a sponge or something from the bathroom because he's in the bathroom, and when he gets thrown into the T-Rex's mouth, he's cleaning the T-Rex's teeth or something. Something cute and funny that. The thing that's killing me the most is that for the most part, it's straight dialogue from the film, so you can hear all the actors in it. But for some reason, a couple of actors, maybe they just didn't sign on. Samuel Jackson was like, no, you're not going to get my voice. Or Newman, you're not going to get my voice.
Is it the same recordings?
Yes.
Oh, that's
the exact same recording.
Okay.
So I was like, why some and not others? I don't know. the funniest part for me is that when you play as these characters and you have an action button where you can hit something, it does those characters from the movie's grunts. Okay. And so when you play as Ellie, the whole time it's just like from when she's like literally running. And it fucking kills me every time because she's like chopping down. You can literally break and bust everything and turn it into something.
When you're running, does she go run?
No, she just is. And then guess if you had to guess, because everyone has like a specific power or like tool that they can use. What would you guess Lex's power is?
To use the computer.
I don't think you would get it.
To eat. Not to eat
Jello.
Yeah. I was gonna say to eat not meat because she does the vegetarian thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Her power is to scream.
That's fantastic.
And it's literally her scream the first time she sees the T-Rex, and then gets muffled or whatever.
That's great.
And her scream is so powerful it breaks glass.
I wanted to play Lego games, man. Like I remember playing them, the old ones.
Oh,
like
the Island
Lego
Adventures.
Island. I played that.
Yeah.
For like on the fucking PC and shit when I was young.
Oh yeah.
And then like I forget if it was Marvel or DC, whatever that one was.
They have like Avengers ones.
Yeah,
too,
that might have been it. I got so bored after like the first level. But
this one's
glad to see this one seems.
This
fun.
one's pretty fun because it is technically open world, just like on the whole island itself.
That's amazing.
And like almost like every bush you can destroy and gain little things or whatever. Yeah. So I'm just like progressing, and it's a nice casual like kind of fun thing. You can play as dinosaurs too, like you unlock them and all this shit. I just want to see. I just can't wait to see like the Lost World or Jurassic Park 3 in Lego form. You know, so
you've only gotten through the first one so far?
I barely made it through. I'm like I just got.
That'll be interesting. Then.
I just. I'm at where did I get to? I'm with Lex and Tim by the car that just falling down the tree. But during the T-Rex scene, because the whole time you're not running away from the T-Rex. The T-Rex is trying to get Tim under the car, and it's you and Malcolm running around trying to figure out how to distract the T-Rex. So you find something, you break it, and sometimes when you break like a specific object, you can hit A and you can build something out of it. A lot of the time you build like fossilized dinosaur bones so you can just climb up on it to get to other things. It's very cute. Whoever writes these things they're like fucking brilliant. And then the way you distract Rexy is you break something and you build a literal like dog bone that's like on a spring. And it then
plays with it.
Well, yeah, and then you crank it, and it's literally instead of a lullaby, it's like dun 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 dun, and then the T-Rex turns around and just starts like chomping at it like a fucking dog.
Oh,
it's adorable.
Oh man,
I highly recommend it. I think the game was fairly cheap, so it's a lot of.
You're
fun.
playing on Switch?
I'm playing on.
I'm assuming it's on all the consoles.
It's on all of them, but I was like, what can I play? I was like, oh, this feels like a fun Switch game.
Yeah,
sure, I don't need to see it on a giant screen, you know. So, yeah, no, I'm fucking kind of into it, and if all goes well, I think I might move on to the Star Wars one. I want to go through.
That was a recent one, right? And they did like the whole thing.
It's like all 9 films.
Okay,
it's like, geez, that's got to be long. Because even this, I feel like I've been playing for a long time, and it's only 4 films. So
yeah, okay,
but yeah, we'll see.
Cool, that's awesome, man. That is awesome.
Look at, Manny's losing his shit. Lego Jurassic Park, let's go up until the first World movie. Cody, you can make your own dinosaurs.
Oh.
There you go.
I can play God.
Screaming. I think Mr. DNA also leads into every mission, right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm so bummed. My old Dino DNA shirt the collar got stretched out, so it looks like shit on me. That used to be like my favorite shirt to wear.
Oh, get a new one.
Yeah, I did get a new one, but it just didn't fit the same. So I got 2 Dino DNA shirts that don't fit me very well.
Yeah. I was looking for. I think some of those Jurassic Park games, like from the old days, are like available on like the Xbox Game Pass maybe or something like that. But yeah, that's all I got. You got anything else?
I'm looking through. Oh shit! No. Well, first off, I had a dream you quit the show last night, and
let's make it a reality. I quit.
I don't remember much from the dream.
What would you do?
I do remember, and I think we brought this up. Like if like I've felt like this sometimes, like when I'm alone on the show, but like in the dream you left, and like for some reason I had to keep doing it for like either sponsorship or contract reasons, which we don't have. But I also had to still do it from your place. So you were in like the other room, and I was in here doing this, and it was literally like the Wayne's World thing where Garth's all alone, and he's just fucking staring at. And I remember having like a stress moment where I'm like, I don't know what to say right now. But I don't remember the rest of it, so I'm sure it wasn't.
I'm not going anywhere for now.
Crazy thing happened. Very awkward moment with one of my neighbors recently. And I need to get your advice.
Okay.
So me and Marissa, we had a night out.
Is it one of those?
What?
You guys were a little too loud.
No.
Sorry.
No, we went out for dinner. Went out to our favorite spot, Bread and Barley in downtown Covina. Fantastic little gastro pub.
Okay.
We come back. It's maybe like 10 o'clock or so.
Yeah, like I said, you're too loud. You're bumbling, drunk.
And the way our
Kids
complex, that's
loud.
not what I'm talking about. We pull into the complex, and the way our thing is, like, if you're typical like apartment or townhome style, like garages where they're really small and close together, right? And like the street itself is kind of thin. And I'm pulling in, and there's a car kind of blocking our garage a little bit, but I'm like, you know what? Let me start pulling into it, and when they see me, they'll probably back up. Not a big deal, because people are still in the car. The car's still on. And I'm going in, I need to like back up into it, because like we have a bigger car, so it's just easier to kind of back into it and use your mirrors as opposed to like, you know, trying to crank it and shit. So I start to back up, and they're not moving. I'm like, what's going on here? And so like eventually, like I'm getting really close, and eventually like I see two heads spring up. And they like back up, and we're like, uh-oh, what's going on? So at this point, I have to like straighten up to back in, and I'm pretty sure what was happening, Christian, that these two people were getting it on, or like doing something in the front seat of this car. Because what a detail I forgot to mention was that when I pulled up, I saw one person in the car. But when they saw the
didn't
car,
hear anything.
I saw two fucking heads pop up, and I'm like, oh no.
So there's three heads?
No, there's just two. There's just two in there.
Oh my god, this guy's
There might have been a third head somewhere else.
Okay.
But anyway, so
a third head appeared from
like,
the car.
and I can't help but like in my peripherals like look over, and they looked embarrassed, and like one person's like this. Like, oh no, and I was like, oh no, I hope they wouldn't interrupt them. But the worst part is that I had to, because our car is kind of big and our garage is small, I had to readjust like 3 times and then go forward and back. And every time I'm backing up, I'm like, and they just kept like looking down and looking scared. And I'm like, oh boy. And
my
like,
god, man, just park the car.
And then like, and the way our garage is, like, it's like, where it's like, it's not like a curb, but it's like a little like roundy thing. So like you really gotta like rev it to get up there.
Oh yeah.
So like the first set of tires go on and okay, but like the front ones are like get kind of stuck. So I'm like, and I'm like, fuck. And so like I do it again, and like I get in there, I close the door. I'm like, I'm pretty sure like one of them was going down on the other one right there. Like it
ruined their night.
And I'm like, oh god. And I don't know if it's like my next door neighbor or like someone in the complex.
Well, like, where they were parked, is that a usual spot for them to park, or they were just stationed?
No,
it
is for like temporary. Like if say you're waiting for someone to come out of the house, something like that.
Oh, they were waiting for someone to come. All right, that's for
but
sure.
Like they were blocking my garage, so like I had to get in there. So it was.
Well, first mistake, you should have honked.
No. I thought my tail lights would do the trick.
Yeah.
The red glow, but it didn't. Until like I got really close.
No, listen, it's there's a horn for a reason, and it doesn't necessarily
there needs to be levels of volume to the horn, though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to necessarily be. It's just a quick little.
Here's the problem there, though, is that I don't use my horn often, so I don't know how sensitive that little thing is. So if I just
even if you just,
it's still something you got to learn, though. The more you use it, though.
Trust me, I'm a guy who knows all about honking the horn.
Again,
very little about what they were doing.
Very
little, and then.
They might be my neighbors, though, so I don't want to, like, have that awkward thing like, here's a guy fucking honked at us.
Oh, now you can say those are the guys who were going down on one another when I was trying to park my car.
Maybe. I don't know for sure.
Seems like it, though.
Maybe they were. Maybe JD Vance fucked the couch. You never know. Never know, guys.
Did you see a couch cushion pop up?
I just wish you saw, like, how quickly one of the heads sprung up from the other side. Like, I was like, oh, no.
Poor kids.
Yeah.
They'll learn.
Yeah.
Also, no, I don't think it was one of the... Or maybe it was one neighbor and not. Because it's like, if that was where they lived, why didn't they just go upstairs?
That was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I'm thinking maybe, like... It's because I think if it's the house or the place I'm thinking of, I think they're an older couple, and I think the people in the car were a little younger. So I'm thinking maybe like that's their visiting family or something like that.
Oh, okay, all right.
And
I mean, when you're young,
a little bit ahead.
Your only options are your bedroom when your family's home. That's weird, and then your car. So
hopefully no one has to back up.
Or a movie theater.
Or a movie theater. Yeah.
So, alrighty. Well, I hope I hope they get solved.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can talk to them about having safe sex and giving them the talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now you're the okay, you're gonna sit there and tell me that you're more worried about being the guy
that
honked as opposed to the guy that doesn't know how to park.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I don't want to come off as like a dick or like a...
Oh, there's the guy that took 20 minutes to park his car into his garage.
I could be a terrible parker, just don't want to be an asshole.
Okay,
that's
fair.
Okay.
Also, just get like a little thing for that little bump, maybe. Just like a little piece of wood.
Yeah, no, they won't allow that shit. We'll get an angry letter. So
you get an angry letter for that, but giving head in the parking lot's A-okay. Where are you living?
I'm going to call security. We have a patrol for these situations.
Excuse me, can I get the camera footage from the other night, please?
Oh, God. Yeah. That's why they don't have... Yeah,
Anyways.
Yeah,
Well,
quite the predicament.
I hope that gets settled for you.
Yeah.
And speaking of settled, let's read through some super chats real quick, and then we'll get on out of here with
Sure.
the Soundbite Game. Wiley sent a super chat. Thank you, sir. Don't need a date, but is Wanger's karaoke still happening this year?
Yes, sir. We talked about it literally today in our little group chat.
Have been talking about it, and
talk about it way too often.
There might be an announcement soon.
Maybe
sooner than you think. We have a date in mind. We have a theme in mind.
And that's all for now.
That's all for now.
Just know that it's happening this year.
And also just know that if this happens and it goes through in the way that we want it to, it's going to save the world.
Maybe.
It might literally save the world.
It might unite us all. Yeah.
It's definitely going to do that.
Yeah.
That's your only hint.
Yeah.
Okay? We got Mark super chat. Thank you, Mark. So sweet, so wonderful. AJ Lancaster sent a super chat. Twisters is at least the most fun I've had. Is at least the most fun I've had in a movie theater since the first time I wore a mask in a gas station.
Okay. Don't get the reference, AJ, but I'm glad you had fun.
Or a mask in a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate the
I'd love
chat,
that
buddy.
for you. I'd love that for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready to do some sound bites, Christian?
Yes, every week we give a shout out to all of our patrons, supporters that give us $15 and up, and it's followed by a funny little sound bite. So if you want to hear your name followed by a quirky little bite that is a sound, then please donate to our Patreon. Help support us. You are helping fund our film festival run currently right now.
The dates, our first notification dates are coming up. Getting a little nervous.
2 days.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. And you know what? It's probably gonna get delayed.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron Woodley.
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe. Well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday, and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but it's good. I love you guys.
Dodged a bullet there.
That was good.
Alec Relmer Young.
I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday.
Alexis Lopez.
And one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too.
Arcadio Castellanos.
It's good.
Billy Starley.
I love you guys.
Ugh. Bobby Mitchell. Have you seen the other one where he laughs and he's like,
No.
It's bad. Brian Arsenal.
I love you guys.
Brian D.
We're almost in quarantine. When was our first quarantine year? We're almost.
Brian King. I said that.
You can do it, baby.
Chris Jones.
And it's bad news. Bad things are happening.
Cindy Perez. Hi, Cindy.
I love you so much.
Oh, the mama one would have been for Cindy.
Connor.
Connor Kennedy.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Oh, that would have been worse.
FS1138.
Oh, okay.
Giuseppe. Harley Payne.
Magic.
Did he say magic?
I have no idea.
James Lavario.
Magic.
Julia Connor. John Noto. Carl Soderbeck.
Mom, I'm sorry.
Cat Burger.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Kyle Johnson.
That might have been the best 2 minutes of this entire weekend. The best 2 minutes of any trailer I've ever seen in my entire life. If this thing gets online, please watch it. It's incredible, guys.
Mark laughing underneath is underrated in that, which is like, I can't believe this guy.
This kid. Maris Thornton.
Woo! I can't think of any more words. My God.
Michael Bittner.
That's such a perfect trailer. I can't.
Nick Wade.
Well, let me find that exact moment again. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's such a perfect trailer. I can't.
Owen Hart.
Can't.
Ruben E25.
DMX was the song in the trailer. That made me happy.
That made me happy.
Sang Lei.
Hate myself.
Hey, little buddy.
Senior Film.
Hey, Twitter world, this is yours truly.
Oh, OJ.
Fuck does this keep happening?
Get back. Get away. Sergio Castaneda.
Yeah, I love horror movies.
Sheridan Ponce.
Such a fucking idiot for not knowing that, guys. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm a fucking piece of shit.
Stephanie Merritt.
That's right. Let's fucking go nuts. Woo!
Stefan Solosi.
Woo!
Terry Stockwell.
No.
TJ Jones.
No.
Tyler Eklund.
No way.
Vin Kosha.
No.
And finally, Wiley Todd. Yeah, baby.
Mom, I'm sorry. Mom, I didn't
Good
do
version.
it. You can do it, baby. I love you so much. Magic. And it's bad news. Bad things are happening. I can't do it, Mom. I love you so much.
Nice. To be fair, you should probably grab the coconuts bit from Kamala.
Ooh, that's
good
good.
one.
That's good too.
Just
yeah,
saying.
Should.
Just saying. We gotta spread the love.
It's good.
Thank you all. Ferdinand,
It's good.
will Striffer be on when he comes in LA on the 9th? He may or may not be on the show around that time.
Maybe.
In fact, we may have already said that he probably will be. So stay tuned. Thank you all so much for joining us on this episode of The Wanger Show. I love you guys. Please make sure you're hitting that like button, leaving a comment down below. What were your thoughts on Deadpool and Wolverine? Did you enjoy the film? What do you think about Robert Downey Jr. coming back as the Doomster, as Doomsday?
I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday.
Victor Dormished. What was his original name
And
going
one
to be?
today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too.
Okay.
It's good.
All right. Thank you all. We'll see you next time. Have a good weekend. Bye.
It's good.
Where did I spit?
I love you guys.
That was so impromptu. But I didn't get it on my stuff.
I love you guys.
Hey, little buddy.
Wondering if there was something that
I love you so much. Mom,
I got
I'm
one.
sorry.
I got one
And
for you.
it's bad news. Bad things are happening.
Alrighty.
Magic. Magic.
It sounds like magic.
You can do it, baby.
All right, everybody.
You know, I'm not an action hero.